Hi guys and welcome to the Don Robbie channel. You're joining us for the Southampton versus Manchester United game kicking off in a little while, just about half an hour until kickoff. I am joined by the wonderful Sophie Rico.
Hey, thank you for having me.
For anyone asking, she does support United, she's not just wearing that shirt. And of course, we have Tom.
Hello.
The Southampton fan.
Hello.
In a lovely shirt. I love your shirt.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love it too.
Would you say that's one of the best things about Southampton at the minute?
Yeah, one of the
Too
only
early,
things
too early for that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get a lot of that today, so here we go. It started already.
But first, we are going to show you this new thing that we're working on called the Ultimate Fan app. And here to tell you more about it is Robbie.
Don't forget, every week you can play Ultimate Fan, right, which is a fantasy football app with a twist, right? Now, you get to open your packs, and when you open your packs, you get different players that are in your team.
Do you know what I got?
Who you got?
Brentford.
You're a piss taker. You got Brentford?
Yeah, I got Brentford.
That's a joke.
Do you know what else I got?
I got Liverpool, you got Brentford.
Do you know what else I got though? The most exciting player in the league, in my opinion, St. Maximin.
No.
What a player.
Maximum, good player.
Who did you get, lad?
I got John McGinn, Torres, MacArthur, Cantwell, Christensen, Schlupp, and my team is Man United.
Man United, that's a good shout.
United.
And you're playing yourself.
Yeah.
Cantwell. But I just got a new gold pack. And in that gold pack, I've got Ward-Prowse and Wilfried Zaha.
Ooh,
so
Zaha's a great shout.
I think you guys are in a bit of trouble, man. A bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, you can play this, right? Don't forget, Ultimate Fan football fantasy app with a twist. The link is in the description. Click into that. You can win £8,500 every week, right? By playing it. It's a lot of fun, man. You know what I mean? And really, you know, I love opening the packs, man. And if you open a gold pack,
it's exciting.
You get a choice of some really good players. So make sure you check it out. £5 gets you a gold pack. So make sure you subscribe, and yeah, you can take on us, the influencers, and see if you can beat us.
There we go. Robbie giving you an insight about the Ultimate Fan. And of course, as you saw, it's a fantasy football app with a twist. You get 6 players that you'll get from your opening pack, and it's random, and you get base players and you get gold cards. So I'm going to run through mine with you guys, which I signed up to. So in my pack, I got as a gold card Kai Havertz, Willie, Adam, Abbi Keita, Adama Traore, Chris Wood, and the team I got. Run through the team sheets for you, so we know what's going on. So the Southampton team news today: McCarthy in goal, Livramento, Stevens, Salisu, I'm going to have a problem pronouncing half of these, Perraud, Walcott, Ward-Prowse, Romeo, Dnepo, Adams and Armstrong. And your bench is Forster, Walker-Peters, Long, Redmond, Teller, I don't know how to say his name, Elianusi? Was that good?
Good effort.
Okay,
yeah.
good effort. Diallo, Bednarek and Valerie. And United team to face Southampton is De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, Matic, Greenwood, Fernandes, Pogba, Martial. And your bench is Heaton, Mata, Lingard, Varane, Dalot, James, Sancho, Van de Beek and McTominay. Let's start with Southampton. What are your feelings on that?
I mean, it's not bad. I can't believe Theo Walcott is playing again. I'm honestly just in shock. It hurts to see, especially when we have got a few, a couple options on the bench, like Teller, for example.
Yeah.
Youngster. He needs to get out there and play. I'm not sure why. I don't mind it. It could be worse, but I look at the United team and that's where my worry kicks in. To be honest with you, we've done more or less all we can with our team. It's just the only way we win today is if you have a stinker.
Do you have much faith in Ralph?
I do. I've never been one of those, because there's a lot of Saints fans who just hate the fact that he's a manager still.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get to a point now where it's a bit like, you've got to do something because he just leaves subs so late, things like that. And we just play a 4-4-2 every time, every week.
No plan B for you.
No, I think last season, I can't remember what game it was, we switched to a back three and we just defended and we played quite well. I think it was, if I remember rightly, it was Liverpool at home and we held on to a 1-0 win. I think it might have been that game. And it looked all right. Not done it since, nothing like that. Same thing over and over again. No subs to the 80th minute. So, yeah, I'll stick with him for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I think he's good, but I don't know if he's got, all the players he needs for what he wants to do. So we'll see.
What do you think of your team in comparison, Soph?
I'm seeing on Twitter everyone is kicking off.
Why?
To be honest.
About what?
Because everyone wanted Sancho and Varane to start. I'll be honest, I thought Sancho would.
For anyone who didn't know, he started. He did a behind closed doors game against Burnley. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, wasn't it? Yeah, and he played in that game. I think I was surprised, as you were, that he wasn't starting. Why do you think Ollie's not gone with him?
I think Ollie doesn't want too much pressure on the shoulders. I think he likes to play it safe and he's probably going to ease them in, especially with Varane as well. Obviously, he's only trained for 1 week. I think it's probably a case of maybe Wolves next week. You'll see Varane starting. And probably for Lindelof's confidence as well, I think to just drop him out, he might think that might be more detrimental to the squad as a whole. Look, of course I wanted to see Varane, of course I wanted to see Sancho, but the squad that we're putting out is still more than good enough. No disrespect to Southampton, but after our game last week, we should be feeling confident. Yeah, I'm not going to slate the team. I'm not going to knock it until I see us play. Like you say, if we have an absolute stinker, then I'll ask questions. But yeah, I don't get people kicking off before it's even kicked off. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Lindelof's good anyway.
He played well last week as well, to be fair.
I'd love to have him in our team. So
yeah.
I also don't think anyone thought
You'd sell him to Liverpool.
Well, we're going to get onto that. We're going to get onto that in a bit. We'll let Tom warm up.
I'm going to start counting all the digs. Here we go, 2 already.
Obviously Varane. You didn't expect Varane to come straight in, did you?
No, I didn't. I was wishful thinking, of course, you would like that.
Yeah.
But realistically, he's had a week's training.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's probably individually at first and then probably join the squad later on. So yeah, I thought for him it'd be more a case of easing him in. But like you say, Sancho's got more minutes under his belt. Maybe he was one where I just felt like Dan James not playing as well. Sancho's perfect opportunity, but obviously he's gone with Martial, and I think Martial probably play for the
It could be one of those where he brings him on later on.
He will feature. I think he will feature
to change the game.
Yeah.
Of course, Southampton were unchanged in that team.
Yeah.
Just having a little. I had a stat here for you. I'm just going to find it. I have to say it's not a great stat, so I don't know how happy you'll be. All right. So Southampton have won 4 of their last 6 Premier League matches against Manchester United. So it starts off positive at the Dell.
Right.
Okay, but you've only beaten them just once in 13 meetings at St Mary's.
Yeah.
How does that sit with you?
Not good, not good. And I'm going to be honest. Like I'm not sat here with loads of hope. I expect us in the first half to get off to an all right start and to be energetic.
Yeah.
That's what we do most weeks. And I expect it to come crashing down in the second half. I wish I could sit here and just be like mega positive and be like, yeah let's give them a good go. But who knows? We do throw up surprises every now and again. In my recent memory, I remember going to Old Trafford and beating you a couple of times. So miracles happen. Who knows?
And last season you were 2-0 up.
Yeah,
and
we were. Yeah, exactly.
It did end 3-2 with that Cavani goal.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But there's no Cavani today.
There is no Cavani. That's one positive. Where is Cavani? What's going on with Cavani?
He only came back into training obviously in the week, and it wasn't even at the start. I think it was like pretty much towards the end of the week. It was after the friendly with Burnley. So again, for him, it'll be a case of just easing him back in. But I cannot wait to get him back because especially the end of last season, he was on absolute fire, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But look, Greenwood started this season sharply. Martial is back as well.
He looked really good last week.
Yeah, I really like Greenwood. Good. And I think not having Cavani maybe. I mean, you mentioned it off camera just before, and like you'd like to see Greenwood more centrally. And I personally, he's a number 9, isn't he? He wants to be that number 9, and obviously he can learn from Cavani and hopefully get more minutes in that central role as well.
And let's talk about United's title hopes, because I speak to a lot of United fans, and we spoke about this before we started.
Yeah.
And everyone says, you now finally have assembled the squad, your transition looks to be over, and you're at a position where, you have a squad that can challenge. But then I say to people, okay, so do you think you could win the title? And they all say no. And the resounding answer seems to be the lack of faith they have in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Why is that?
I think because at times, we got to obviously the Europa League final, we lost that so many times before that. I think it was 4 semi-finals we got to and didn't go over that hurdle. For me, post-Fergie, there's always been a question about mentality at United. I think when the going's got tough at times, we've kind of bottled it. And like you say, we seem to be coming out the other end of that now. I still feel like we need another player, possibly a CDM.
Yeah.
But look, we've got Varane in, we've got Sancho in. There's no excuses now for Oli. He needs to obviously prove this season. I think a trophy is really important for us. And if you was to ask me, could we win the league? I know people probably laugh, but I'd say, yeah, of course we can.
Yeah.
Of course we can. I'm not sitting there saying we are going to, no, but we could.
That's the type of attitude that I relate to United fans. So having that, thinking that your team is the best in the league, and that's what it is. But I feel like the expectation has dropped so much over the past, 8, 9 years. Is that just purely because of the changing in managers and the transition you've been in? Yeah,
and I've just mentioned the mentality as well. I think bringing in players, Bruno's on the screen right now, but players like that who have obviously got that winning mentality, Varane coming into that as well, he's a champion, he's a leader. I think we've needed that for a while. I think for far too long we've had players where, quite frankly, they're not good enough to play for Manchester United, not on a consistent basis. And I don't mean to single out players, but players like Jesse Lingard, who I really like, but is he realistically a title-winning player? You'd probably say no. So I think that we're finally coming out the other side now. I think we have got to be patient as United fans. And you might say the expectation has fallen, but I think it's just from the disappointment we've had over the last few years.
Yeah.
But I think a trophy this season has to be a priority now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's kind of where he's gotten you. Obviously, the consistency in finishing in the top 4, but now he has to kind of take it one over the line.
Exactly, the next level, yeah.
You mentioned Jesse Lingard. Obviously, it's no secret West Ham wanted to bring him to them permanently. It still might happen. He's obviously on the bench today, but would you be happy to see Lingard go? Is he realistically going to be getting in this United side?
He's a squad player. He's a player that can bring on and make a difference. Is he a starter for United? I would say no. I really like Jesse Lingard, and he went to West Ham and he absolutely tore it up. And I think for his own personal career, he's going to want to break into that World Cup squad for England. He needs to be playing consistent football, and at United, he shouldn't be playing consistent football at Manchester United. If you're being brutally honest, he shouldn't be. But I think as a squad player, if he's happy to stay as a squad player for United, I think he can become useful, yes, because I do like Jesse Lingard.
Yeah. Back to Southampton, what are your hopes for the season?
So, anything really, to be quite honest, above the relegation zone. I think we can do better than that. I think a lot of people think because we lost Danny Ings, I know we lost a lot of goals there, but I genuinely believe that our squad is too good to go down. It would be quite shocking if our squad went down, I think, with the players that we have anyway. But yeah, I think just to stay up maybe, and just to see if, I mean, the Ward-Prowse new contract is quite hopeful.
I think that's like a new signing in itself. The fact you've managed to tie him down.
The fact we've actually kept him on is strange, because normally we would have just folded in those situations. That's what we've seen time and time again. So the fact that we've actually kept him, maybe it's a start. Maybe it's a start of something hopeful. I'm not going to sit here and count my chickens.
I love your optimism.
Yeah, I might as well have some. I don't know. We'll see.
We were talking about it before we started, about all the players that we could think of off the top of our heads that had been at Southampton and been sold and moved on. I'm just going to run through a few of the names. Luke Shaw, Gareth Bale, Victor Wanyama, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sadio Mane, Højbjerg, Walcott, we know he's obviously returned, Virgil van Dijk, Nathaniel Klein, Lallana, Morgan Schneiderlin, Danny Ings, Ricky Lambert, Toby Alderweireld on loan, and then of course went to Spurs, Ryan Bertrand. So that's quite a lot, and that was the ones that we sat here reading off the top of our head.
That was within about, 30 seconds we thought of
we thought of those.
It didn't take long.
Why is it, when they've had such good players, that they just prefer to essentially be a feeder club to the rest of the league instead of trying to keep those players and progressing on? Because if they would have kept the players, why could they not have challenged for the league?
Honestly, I honestly don't know. I can't answer that question. I'd love to know myself. It doesn't make sense, because our recruitment was always so good. Clearly, because if we had the people upstairs to get those players in the door. And to be able to develop them into those players. You look at people like Shaw, like Walcott, like Chamberlain, who we've always been renowned for our academy, as well as our unbelievable recruitment.
Yeah.
It's a success waiting to happen, and then you just let them let him go for you know.
It must be like demoralising for Saints fans seeing that every
business
season.
reasons. Well, it must be clearly.
But you know, you are a fairly well-run club. But is it for the fact that you've just got to keep the money
well,
moving?
maybe. I mean, you look at decisions like Vestergaard this season, for example, and like Danny Ings. We got 30 million for Ings, and he was going next year anyway for free. So 30 million before, with 1 year left. Good business, you know, even though he would have scored 20 goals probably. So you look at things like that and you can't really blame them. But then there is ones where you look back over the years and thought, you know, if you maybe would have just tried for a season or two to keep the... We spoke about the managers as well.
Yeah, we did.
They're a big thing. It's not just all the players, that Pochettino and Ronald Koeman as well, who both managed us so well.
Yeah.
And both took us through, you know, some brilliant seasons.
Do you think that is part of the problem, that also not just letting the players go, but
100%.
letting the managers go and the projects that they were trying to build?
Yeah, I think.
I know Pochettino was only at you for a year and a half. How long was Ronald Koeman at you for?
I think it was just about a year. Like it wasn't much. It was just around a similar sort of time, I think.
Yeah, it's the lack of trying to actually get a project going, because it's one season.
It summed it up, because he went to Everton, and we had a better squad than they did at the time. But they just had more. They just had more ambition. You look at people like Alderweireld, for example, and Wanyama. They went to Tottenham because of Pochettino.
Yeah.
So
you're constantly resetting, aren't you? You're constantly hitting
that's literally what it is. It's literally just a reset, go again. The fact that we're still in the league, I guess, is quite a good thing. But you know, you can just see it coming to a point now where we're going to run out of luck. You know. I
know. I totally agree with you. So, what do you think is a realistic expectation for them this season? Yeah, so
I did a bit of a prediction just before the season started, and I think I said like 15th.
Yeah.
Which maybe was slightly biased, you know, but maybe a little bit, over optimistic. But I'd be honestly, I'd be happy with, you know, between mid-table and 16th. I'd be happy anywhere in that region. Anywhere underneath, I obviously won't be happy, and if you get relegated, I'll be devastated. But you know, I'm expecting to say 15th or 16th.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to see where they finish up. Prediction for today, though, Soph?
I saw so many people on my channel the other day saying like 5-0, 6-0, going in like that.
9-0.
I'm not gonna. I don't think it's going to be that convincing, but I do think hopefully going forward you'll have a bit too much quality. I think we'll concede, especially with Varane not playing. So I'm going to say 3-1. United win.
3-1 United win. What do you reckon?
I actually predicted 3-1 before the game as well. But I'll make it interesting. I'll switch it up. I'll go. Do you know what? Let's go really interesting. I'm going to say 2-1 Saints.
Good. I like that.
Why
You've
not?
got to back your team.
Why not?
100% you've got to back your team.
Yeah, why not?
There's a few people in the chat, people saying Southampton are a better run club than Arsenal. I think that, yes, you know, I think that could be true. Z Casper YT said Varane, Sancho and Van de Beek should start over Lindelof, Fred and Martial. Any thoughts on that? In good time. Isaiah Douglas said they'll get relegated. I assume, well, he's got a City picture, so he might be talking about you, but I think he is talking about Southampton. Football Champ said 3-2 United. Lots of people saying, where's the Don at? The Don will be on AFTV, of course, for the Arsenal-Chelsea game. Lots of people in here saying, why am I not watching the Spurs game? It's because we're not on TV, guys. That's why. We're not on TV, and I'm not in Wolves. I'm here on the Don Robbie channel. I'm very happy to be here hosting. Lots of people sending in their Nip and Sharma said Southampton 1, Manchester United 4. Ultra Devil said 4-0. United. Benjamin Ribland, 1-0 Saints. Sorry, United fans. Cloud Strive 2-1 Saints. There we go. We've had one in your favour.
I'll take it.
Really shocked.
One in your favour.
I'll take it.
You know.
I respect the optimism. I really do. I'm going to try and be positive.
You never know.
As well.
You can be an off day. You never know.
Yes, I'm a Coventry fan. Said, how's Adam Armstrong doing at Southampton?
So, to be honest with you, the only game I've seen him play ever was last week against Everton, and he, I thought he was really good. He looked really good. He looked so sharp. To describe him, I'd say he looked a little bit like Danny Ings. You know, probably not as good as a finisher, but quicker, a little bit smaller, a little bit sharper. So, yeah, I think he's going to do all right, to be honest. If he looks like he wants to work hard and get about everywhere. So, He looked really good, so
Okay,
I'm excited.
That's good. At least that's something promising, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cassia Sarbas said, Sophie, what's the worst position at Man United in your opinion?
I think we need a CDM. That's where I'll be looking for, a CDM. Yeah,
Anyone that you've looked at in particular?
Many, but it's just wishful thinking, I think. Kante, look, he's obviously one that I think everyone must have mould their CDM on a player like that. I really like looking at Bissouma at Brighton. I think yesterday again he looked quality. I like that signing.
It's incredible that they've managed to hold on to him.
Yeah.
There's been so much interest.
He is so good.
So much interest. But I mean, good on them.
What about Rice?
Rice was my ideal choice, but then obviously when the price was quoted about him, I thought that's absolutely ridiculous. Obviously
it's so much money
as well.
£100 million for
yeah,
Declan Rice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like him, but no, I think
Crazy.
he'll end up at Chelsea anyway at some point, to be honest.
So crazy. Diego, 10 United fan, has predicted all of today's games. And he said Saints 2, United 3, Arsenal, Chelsea 2-2, Wolves 1, Spurs 2. Let's hope that last result comes in. And I'll be very
This kit with the yellow shorts, I like this.
very, very happy. We're just a few minutes away, by the way, guys, from kick-off. They're just in the tunnel now. Having a look at more of your chats. Omar Ridouan said 3-2 United, Pogba with the winner. Someone said, have I given up Spurs? No, I haven't given up on Spurs. Of course not. I'm stuck with them. Nuno Espirito Santos would do a good job. Yes, I hope he does do a good job for Spurs. I really do. Someone said, would you look at Fabinho, Sophie?
Beforehand, yes, not now.
He just signed a new contract.
Not now,
as well,
yeah.
I think, didn't
But
he?
he was at Monaco, because obviously he could play at full-back as well. It was a signing that I was definitely interested in, but yeah, it's not going to happen.
I don't think he'd make the move,
No.
unfortunately. Unfortunately. Who's your next game against?
Wolves.
Again, tough game.
Yeah.
Very tough game.
Yeah.
And who's your next game?
I don't actually know. I haven't actually. I'm not looking that far ahead.
We just focus on what's going on today. The teams are just coming out now. Loving that kit.
Yeah.
You're a fan?
The yellow shorts as well, it looks really nice.
It does
It's
look
really,
good, to be
really
fair.
nice.
Yeah, Newcastle away.
Newcastle. See,
yeah.
that's a very big game for Southampton. That's for me. That's a must win.
That has to be at 3 points. Has to be. If not today. Oh.
So, Sophie, would you look at Renato Sanchez?
It's a weird one. Obviously, he went to Swansea. He was still very young, wasn't he? Didn't do a lot, and he had a really good season. Obviously, in France last season, good Euros as well. I don't know. It's very up and down, Renato Sanchez. I'm not fully sold on him.
He's still only very young, though.
He is young. I think for us, like obviously, we linked with Camavinga as well. He's not a CDM as such, but in terms of midfielders, I think we need a midfielder for now, rather than a future prospect. But when you're looking at who's available, there's not really a lot of, unless you want to overspend on players like Royce. Like, I don't know, there's not a lot. I can understand why we haven't signed anybody yet, but I still feel that's a position that we need to invest in.
Someone is asking for the team sheets again. I will happily run through them again for you guys. Just the starting lineups, and I will just grab those for you.
Here we go.
Okay, so once again, teams to face United from Southampton is McCarthy, Livramento, Stevens, Salisu, Perraud, Walcott, Ward-Prowse, Romeo, Gineppo, Adams and Armstrong. And the United team is De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, Matic, Greenwood, Fernandes, Pogba, Martial. Are you expecting a Pogba-Fernandes masterclass again?
Pogba, Martial, Fernandes, all of them. I hope so.
I
hope so, yes. Last week I thought we looked really sharp going forwards, and I thought we continue that. But I think Southampton are a bit of a different test. I think you'll be more of not a low block as such, but I think you'll sit in. And we struggle against teams like that, so it'd be interesting to see if we've learnt any lessons from last season in that respect.
Yeah.
What do you expect to see today? Of course, we mentioned off air, Livramento's coming for Walker-Peters. You didn't seem too happy about that?
From what I saw of Livramento last week, he looked really good. But it was one game. So I'm very surprised that he dropped Walker-Peters to begin with. So I'm interested to see how that plays out, to be honest, and whether or not in the future maybe one of them pushes on maybe and starts playing further forward or something, because they're both really good. But yeah, to be honest, I'm expecting us to press high first half, full of energy, just like we always do, and then probably leave quite a few gaps open in behind. And yeah, that's not what we want to do, especially against how you played last week. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to get picked apart.
You're not going to get picked apart. You're not. You're going to have good energy. We're about to kick off, guys. We're just looking at Mason Greenwood on our screens now, showing he's literally ranking first in United's things for games, goals and shots per 90.
Big season, I think, for Greenwood.
How old is Mason Greenwood now?
He's not 19, is he? 19, 20? Yeah.
Still so young.
20,
19,
I reckon. I think.
Might have just gone 20, yeah. But I love him. I think he's quality.
So good.
Absolutely.
He's so clinical. I said last week, his goal that he scored, if that's Rashford in that position, I'm not confident he's going to finish it. But with Greenwood, there was like never a doubt.
Yeah.
And when is Marcus Rashford expected back?
Months, yeah. It's months away. Obviously, he's had his surgery on his shoulder, hasn't he? So he's still going to be a while off. But that's the thing. Like, we've got Cavani added into this, Sancho, Varane, Rashford. You can't not get excited.
No,
Not
absolutely.
get
It's a
excited.
really exciting time to be a Manchester United fan. And actually, funnily enough, it's not something that people have really spoken about or talked about in the last few seasons because there hasn't been that buzz around it with the squad you've got.
Exactly. And that's why I think Ollie deserves credit, though. Like, obviously, when he first came in, his first job was to settle the ship.
Yeah.
But the whole squad, I mean, even Paul Pogba, yeah, he hasn't signed a new deal yet, but he looks happy. Probably the happiest I've seen him at United.
Yeah. And, he's
And
not
as a
looking
squad,
to
I just think we seem really, really, really happy, a good morale.
We've kicked off, by the way, guys, an early foul right there on Southampton. Nice set piece. This is what you really are looking for, isn't it? Set pieces.
Free
This is
kicks,
what
free kicks on the edge of the box. It's like a penalty for us.
Yeah. But this is exactly why he's so important to
Yeah,
Southampton.
exactly. Yeah.
We've got to avoid conceding stupid free kicks. That could
Yeah.
be our downfall. I think that will be our downfall today if we concede stupid set pieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we can get him around the edge of the box, in and around those areas, that's where he's just so dangerous. He scored a couple past the header. Oh, look, he's gone for a sneaky one. Oh!
Not too far
He
away.
went for it.
Oof.
Cecil is in the
Yeah, he's in
building.
the house.
Stand on people.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it kicked off? Is it
Oh,
They're all gearing up
Ward
for an
Prowse is going
afternoon on
for it all.
AFTV, aren't they?
that was going in as well.
They're smiling now, but whether we'll be later.
I'm going to update you on the Tottenham score.
Thank you very much. If anyone, did everyone hear that? Are you mic'd in?
No.
Dave is so kindly going to keep me updated on the Spurs score. And thank you for everyone in the chats who's saying Kane is on the bench. I am aware he has travelled and he is on the bench. But unfortunately, that's not we're not covering them today, so we can't talk about Spurs that much. Or fortunately, it could go one or two ways. There's someone holding up a great
for Ward
sign.
Prowse.
I love
Yeah,
that. Someone's
yeah.
saying, James Ward-Prowse,
That
thanks for
sums it
staying.
up.
Loyalty matters. And it does matter for anyone at other clubs thinking about moving.
That doesn't.
On the back of that, it's got, can I have your shirt?
Yeah, can I have your shirt?
That's it. That just sums it up. We've had a player sign a new contract, so someone's got to make a sign
Well,
about
Villa
it
wanted
because it
him,
doesn't
didn't
happen. Yeah,
Villa really wanted him.
yeah, it doesn't happen often, so someone's made a sign about it.
I mean, how long has he been there now?
Since he was 8, I believe.
So he's
it's like 18 years.
So he's
did he?
Southampton through and through, I guess.
Yeah.
See, we've not started well at all
Pinging the
yet.
ball. I really like that kit.
Yeah, it's nice. Isn't it?
Really, really nice.
I think I'd prefer it with blue shorts, I won't lie.
I was expecting it.
Oh, look, here he is.
Oh.
Look, he's
Look at the back
electric.
foot. Yeah, Armstrong at his
Really
pace.
positive start from Southampton.
United looking
You're on
shaky.
the ropes. You're on the ropes.
They are.
I mean, it's
Come
only
on.
2 minutes in, but I mean, we'll take what we can get.
We need
It's
to-
exciting for Southampton.
It
That's
is.
what you want to be seeing, right?
Yeah.
Pressing us up
Just
high. Look at this.
Look at him go. He's on it.
A little bit shaky at the back.
He's like a little fly.
Is that worrying you so far, so?
Yeah,
You can't get rid of him.
he's rapid, isn't he?
Worrying you slightly. There's a corner for Southampton. Let's hope they can deliver and get this game off to a good start.
We just got to make the most
You've
of
had
it.
2
to be
corners and a
honest.
free kick already, though. We should be trying to prevent set pieces. Not
Yeah.
a good start from us.
Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty.
It's
That's
a
a
bit
penalty.
dodgy, wasn't it?
He just got wiped out.
It's a little
Didn't
bit
really appeal
questionable.
for it, though.
Of course, now there's,
Come on,
they're
then.
not
It won't-
showing the
it
VAR,
won't
the
be
VAR
given.
things anymore, are
Come on,
they?
this is where we need
But this
to
is
try
where
and-
United are great, especially when they get on the counter.
Come on.
Mason Greenwood.
He's
Oh, so much pace. He had time as well. He had time there.
Pogba, you Pogba. Fred. Got lucky there.
nice.
Nice from
Love
Southampton
that.
winning
Love
the ball
it.
back like that.
It's the high energy. It was always going to start like this,
Yeah, you're pressing high.
especially because it's our first home game this season as well.
Oh yeah, true. Obviously, fans not being a bit
Yeah.
the atmosphere's electric.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
atmosphere must be fan. I think that's a big factor in all of these games. That the first couple with
Yeah.
the fans and getting back into it again,
Yeah.
and people being so excited to be there, especially.
Yeah.
I think it's just compose ourselves, keep the ball a little bit.
Just
Yeah,
reading.
We got back in quite well there, to be fair. Stopped
Yeah.
that counter attack all right.
What's your thoughts on Harsson Hoot? Well, obviously conceded 9 goals. Like, is it 2 seasons in a row? That's mad.
I knew that was going to come up at some point. Yeah,
It just baffles me though. Okay, like you don't really hear of a manager doing that.
I think after it happened the first time, it was like, I mean, it was shocking, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
and then now, like, when we started losing against United, because you beat us at Old Trafford 9-0 the second time.
Yeah.
I think when it started getting bad, like 4 or 5, the players probably just started panicking, and they were like,
It's happening again.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it was an early red card as well. It wasn't a red card either. It was a brilliant tackle, and they didn't overturn it. It was in like the 3rd minute, I think it was, and yeah, it was just a recipe for disaster. 10 men start the game, and then just that negative mindset. I imagine it was just always going to happen, and then also probably the United players going, "Oh look, we can absolutely smash them here."
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. It's just so frustrating because we can't shake it. We never will shake it, I don't think.
Well, no, not when you have results like that.
No, the fact that happened twice.
That's what I mean. Like once was bad enough, but twice.
Yeah, I would say though that bless you.
Excuse me.
That I remember
I'm sure.
Spurs and Arsenal when Arsenal beat us 5-2
Yeah.
2 consecutive
Yeah.
years in a row,
Seasons,
and you do go over it.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
We move on. We roll. Lots of people in here saying, "Come on, Saints, that's good." Lots of
Oh,
support.
Fair, isn't it?
That's nasty.
I was gonna say.
Left a little bit on there, didn't he? Bless,
excuse
bless
me.
you.
They ain't really showed Varane yet up there on the screen.
What do you think about Fred? I quite like him, you know.
You know, his tenacity in that is unmatched in the middle, but the issue is he wins the ball back, but then he gives it away just as quick as he's got it back. Like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't think it through.
If he
with the
can
passing.
improve on the ball, I think he could be a really important player for us.
Yeah.
But I've said it many times, he turns into Fred Flintstone in the final third. He just gives nothing in that final third. But he has scored 2 and 2, to be fair.
I
He
was
scored
going to
against
say, yeah, he
Leeds.
did, didn't
But
he?
is
And he
that
scored
what
against Burnley.
Is
Yeah.
that what you actually bought him for, though? Is that
It's his tenacity, his energy in the middle, but I think when he gets the ball, he just needs to look at. He doesn't need to play like a glamorous pass. He just needs to keep it.
Yeah.
Look what Mattis does.
No.
Oh, all whipped in.
Oh, my.
Oh my
that him?
goodness. Goalmouth scramble. Hit
What-
the bar
where-
and everything.
where-
United should have been 1-0 up at that point.
I was
Wow.
fully expecting the
Where
ref
was,
to be
where
like,
was the goalkeeper?
Where's
By
the,
the way,
where's the keeper and where's the defending?
ran
Thank
all-
God he was on the line.
He ran up to the corner flag,
Come
I
on.
think.
Wow, okay.
What was that?
Shaky at both ends so far.
Oh, my Lord.
I'd say Southampton being the shakier of the
onside
two.
as well. All onside.
Really
Oh,
poor, really
Wait,
poor.
just misses
What's he
it.
doing down there?
He's got bundled by your,
how
two of your
close that
defenders.
is.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Just kept it out, but
Oh,
that
my.
really should have been 1-0 Manchester United.
Look, he just
Oh,
fell
line up.
over.
What?
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny,
Oh,
is
it's
it?
not over.
Someone in the chat said, ask Tom, Foster or McCarthy.
I mean, they're both bad. They're both well, not bad, but they're both so average. They both have their moments when they're good, but they both have a mistake in them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I think, you saw like Arsenal going and getting a new keeper and getting Ramsdale, and I think like Johnston was available.
Yeah, Sam
from
Johnston
West
was
Brom
available,
for like
yeah.
10 million.
And then you just see Arsenal, of course, buying Aaron Ramsdale
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Would you have preferred to go in and get someone like that?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely there was no chance we would have ever paid that much, but like I don't see why we couldn't have got Johnston from West Brom, who'd been relegated for 10
Yeah,
million.
United.
absolutely.
Ex
know.
United, Sam Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, I don't see really what the thought process
I'm
is there. To be
surprised to
honest.
see him go down to the Championship after the season he'd had. To be fair,
Yeah, exactly.
you would have thought someone would have snapped him up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there really.
That was terrible. Terrible from the keeper, straight
Yeah.
back to United.
Shock.
Jay Tarek in the super chat said, cheer up, Tom. Saints have EPL pedigree. Question
Thank
for
you.
Sophie. Do you believe Ollie can be an EPL winning manager? Abby, you're a class host. Great commentary. Thank you very much. Sophie.
I do. Yeah, I said it earlier. We can, of course we can. But I do think that Ollie's got a lot of proving to do this season. I think in the past I've defended him because I've said, look at the bench and is there so much quality he can bring on to change the game? Probably not. But he's showing in there, Varane's on the screen, we've got Sancho in. I think there's no excuses this season from Ollie. Obviously we've got so many semi-finals, we got to a final last season and of course it was gutting, but I think this season now and the next thing is getting a trophy. And obviously it would be nice to get the league as well, but I think this season priority will be trophy and obviously getting Champions League again.
You've got to get one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Surely. You
It's
have
got to be the target.
When was the last one?
so long.
Yeah,
Was
when
it the
was the
E-
last
was it the
one?
EFL
Was
Cup?
it
Was
How
it?
many? Yeah.
Was
how
it
many
against
years
us
ago?
in the final?
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, exactly.
really long time? That was
It was like
Ages.
yeah.
4 years ago, I think.
5, was it 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
So okay, so let's say Ollie, let's say
We
you
should have
finish
won
in the
that
top
game, by
four
the way.
again and you win.
Penalty to Tottenham.
There's a penalty to Tottenham.
Oh,
Keep me posted.
Harry Kane ain't taking it.
They won't take
Son
it.
wrong.
I don't. Son should be taking that.
Yeah, Son.
Yeah. So let's say that you finish in the top four, and let's say you win a Carabao Cup. Is that enough, or not enough?
I think I'm thinking from the board's point of view, and I think they would accept that. I think they'd be satisfied with that. That's not
With-
enough to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, me sitting here, Carabao. I know it sounds really spoiled, but Carabao Cup, I'm just like, but it's a trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
It's a start in the
exactly,
right direction.
it's a starting
isn't it?
point, and I think it's that winning mentality we need to build up. And in order to become winners, you've got to obviously win something. So yeah.
No, absolutely. Shareth TH said, Abby, you look cute. Thank you very much. And he said, United to win this game. There's a lot of people that are backing United, unfortunately, in here. Dele Alli's
Dele
taking
Alli's
it.
taking it.
He's taking it.
He's taken it.
Taking.
Oh, I was
Okay.
going to say, the way you said that then.
Okay. Just, keep me in suspense, why don't you, Dave?
I'm just saying that the other
What's your thoughts on the Dele Alli situation?
get up.
Ref.
That's not a foul.
I have to say, I thought he might be looking to move on this summer.
Yeah.
But he had
PSG were interested at one point last season, weren't they?
yeah, I don't think they'll be interested now.
Not
I
now,
have to say.
no. No Messi.
I think it was only going to be a loan to
1-0 Tottenham.
of course, I'm unbiased, of course. Good start for Spurs, very good start. Yeah, Dele Alli, I kind of expected him to be moving on this summer, but he had a really good pre-season, and he's the type of player that under someone, like a Nuno, and kind of how he was under a Poch, he likes the whole arm round you type of manager. He needs that with he's very confidence-based in the way that he performs. So he's had a good pre-season. I thought Pogba with a chance, out for a corner.
He should have
to Manchester
scored.
Pogba's had 2 now.
Your
has.
free kick deliveries are just.
He has. Why
sure.
is no one marking him? Look at that, completely unmarked
What
by
is that?
Southampton. Terrible
What's Che
defending.
Adams doing at the back post? What's
Terrible,
this?
terrible.
He just goes to jump to edit.
I'm sorry, you don't pull Pogba unmarked like that. You just don't.
He had time to touch it and have a shot.
Absolutely crazy. We'll come back to Dele Alli in a moment. Just while United take this corner,
Oh, all right.
out by the keeper. Can Southampton push out?
not gonna
don't
push-
give away.
you're not
What
gonna
are you-
push him off it there.
Another
doing?
cheap free kick at the edge of the
idiot.
box from
Pogba,
Romeo.
you're not going to push him off the ball
Oh,
there.
so stupid. Schoolboy stuff, that is. It's not even looking at the goal. But yeah, Dele Alli and Mourinho is
Yes.
never going to work, was it? It was just
No,
a
it's
recipe for
not the
disaster.
type of manager, and the tough
No
love
chance.
thing. A lot of the Spurs players, I just don't think it worked
Yeah.
for under Jose. But look, Dele wasn't at his best before Jose came, and I think that's what people sometimes have to remember. He hadn't been at his peak, where we know what type of Dele
Yeah.
Alli can offer when he's at that level.
Yeah.
But look, so far so good. Happy for him to be there. He worked his socks off last week against Manchester City, covered
Yeah.
the most ground.
He had a good game.
And I thought he had a really good game. So hopefully, if he can get a few
Go on.
more.
Oh my
Another
God.
chance for Pogba over the
Is there
bar.
another chance? There's 2 now.
Another chance. It could have been clear. at
This
this
isn't
point.
looking good already.
Yeah, it's a big season for Dele Alli. Just last thing on him, I think that it's hopefully he has a good season and he regains that form.
Yeah, there's obviously a great player in there.
Yeah, there is, and it's just under Nuno. Hopefully, it's a fresh start for him and everyone involved, really.
Yeah.
People who still ask me why I'm not watching the Spurs game, it's because we're not on TV, and of course I'm hosting on the Don Robbie channel today, so that is why I'm not watching Spurs. But Dave is so kind in giving me updates in the corner, and thank you to everyone in the chats who's also keeping me updated. So yeah, someone said the dark blue United kit is sensational. By the way, big fan.
It is
Go on.
very nice.
Move it.
You're not a fan, Dave?
Move it.
Stop being bitter, Dave. It's not. Come on, Tony.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Here we
Uh-oh.
go, United again.
We're in trouble.
Come on.
Please, please, please.
Oh,
what
lovely
a-
bit of
And
football.
ball!
Lovely bit of football for United.
That started
Couldn't
as well,
come
by
to
the way,
fruition.
from the ball going up the pitch and just it not being moved quick enough. Just too many touches, being sloppy with it.
Is
It happens all the time.
I think we've kind of grown into this. Like we started off, we were sloppy.
Yeah.
You were pressing us really high. We've got
Thing
a
is,
bit of control now.
When you've got wide players like Gineppo and Walcott, they're both. Well, I mean, Walcott's just rubbish, But Gineppo's like
It's not
only
really
good at
Fred.
dribbling.
That's what I mean with Fred. Like, why is he trying to play that ball there?
Yeah.
He can't do it. Just
Yeah.
keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gineppo can't do anything unless it's dribbling with it. And even then he's hot and cold.
He's a bit of a weird one though, because sometimes he has a game where he looks like
He
he just looks phenomenal.
I don't even know if he knows what he's doing most of the time. Do you know what I mean? It's so it's a strange
Unpredictable.
one. Yeah, it is. But we just don't really have much. We don't have much quality. You look at us
In the
compared to
in the
United.
final third, do you feel
Yeah,
that?
just sometimes it looks hard for us to just keep the ball like a football team. Sometimes we struggle with that, and it's hard to watch sometimes.
It must have been tough for Saints as well though, because obviously you had Vestergaard, obviously Fafana got injured, and then Leicester have come and swooped him.
Yeah,
But just so close to the season as well.
yeah,
Exactly, just right before the season.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
That
And
must
he
have,
was a
that
big
must have
player for you as
frustrated you.
yeah.
surely.
I think they were sort of expecting him to leave anyway. To be honest with you, I think we are looking at a new centre back as well. So, like, what is that?
Yeah,
What
it's
is
just
that?
Like completely
What
opening
is
that
that?
midfield. United on the counter.
Oh, thank
Right,
the Lord.
Just in there at the nick of time for
Livramento.
Southampton. Livramento. Good tracking back from him.
What, Salazar just went to give it to Ward-Prowse and Romeo at the same time and just passed it through the middle of both of them, and they both stood there and went, shocking. Just moments like that, really. Like, against a team like this as well, it's like...
I think another big miss for Southampton is, of course,
Good
Danny
person.
Ings. Just the presence, that Danny Ings
Yeah.
has up front
Yeah.
and the threat he offers. I think that is probably your biggest
Yeah.
miss.
Oh, yeah.
If
He
you're
worked well with Adams as well though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah.
he just makes a goal out of anything. Like, he doesn't need...
Like yesterday.
He doesn't need a proper chance.
His
yeah.
goal yesterday was class.
Yeah, he used to do it all himself, didn't he?
Ali A said Gineppo reminds me of Mane at Southampton.
I don't know. I don't think
Is that a
that...
strong no?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I mean, they're both sort of... I think when they first came, they're both a bit sort of, messy
Yep.
in a way.
He's not consistent, is he? I think that's the thing. He's just
But
not
Mane
consistent.
cleaned up quite quick, I think. He sort of, when he first looked like he didn't have a whole load of technique, it sort of came through quite quick, whereas I don't know what really Gineppo offers technique-wise, other than dribbling, really. To be fair, he scored a couple of worldies, but yeah, it doesn't happen often.
I'm pretty sure he scored against Spurs, didn't he?
He might have done. I know he scored like away at Brighton, but that was like his
Sure.
first. It's like his debut or something, and he's not done a lot since. Yeah, he's not got me just yet.
Okay. Anyone you're looking forward to seeing this season at Southampton?
I'm excited for Armstrong, honestly. I'm excited for Armstrong. I'd like to see if Ward-Prowse can keep banging free kicks as well.
I mean, he's done it pretty consistently.
I
would
think
say.
he got like 7 free kicks last year, which was like a joint record with Beckham, I think it was, or something like that. Which isn't bad, is it?
There was that whole debate of whether or not he should have gone to the Euros, and I felt he actually probably
He's
should
a
have.
useful
I
weapon
thought
to
too.
have, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially when we saw Trent Alexander-Arnold. Questionable. That should have been a foul. Yeah, of course, with Trent obviously not going, having someone like a James Ward-Prowse would have been a really good addition, wouldn't it? To
When
have someone from a
Trent
Deadpool
pulled out, I
situation.
fully expected it to be either Lingard or Ward-Prowse called up.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be an attacking player, to be honest. But
Just to give England something different. Bless you.
Sank in this room.
Something in this room.
Yeah,
really sneezes.
I think looking back on it now, I'm not like when Trent got dropped, I was like, it has to be because of like set pieces and stuff. But looking back on it, I think Shaw did a great job on a lot of our set pieces.
Yeah.
He's really improved in terms of his delivery.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw.
Because I thought that was going to be a thing that we, had better than anyone else was our set pieces. That we,
Obviously we had Trippier
a
as
massive
well.
advantage.
Yeah.
So I thought, without Trent, with Ward-Prowse, it was sort of a given. Towards the end of games, his quality from those areas, like it made sense. But I mean, you can't argue how he did in the end, I suppose.
Ben Barker has said, Tom, opinions on Walcott?
He's our worst player by a country mile, I think. He is, and I don't like slating our players, but he is awful. He's hot. Yeah,
What
I
do
don't
you
like
think
it.
he's like lost? Because obviously he was always known for his pace, wasn't he?
yeah.
I
but
remember
he's-
playing with Walcott on FIFA and he had like
Yeah.
90 something.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
He's past it. not that he ever really had it, because all he ever really had was pace.
Do you think he's lost his pace now? So
And now he's lost his
more
pace
visible
and he's
now?
just useless. It's like a, you know,
Were you happy to see him
imagine
resign, or you
a
weren't?
shopping trolley with no wheels.
But you weren't happy to see him come back then at the time.
Oh, at first I was. So I was like, oh, you know, he might, you know, back with his, you know, boyhood club, you know, he might bring
Luke
something.
Shaw again, powering on.
And he might, you know, get more minutes than he did at Everton, you know, stuff like that. But since I've just watched him play, he's just awful. On the ball, he's shocking.
Showing his age. Well, he always was famous
Yeah.
for his pace, and I guess when you lose
Yeah.
that, you do. Someone said Livramento or Walker Peters for you. We did touch on this earlier.
Yeah, I honestly, I can't decide. I mean, I saw Livramento last game, and so far this game he's been all right. So, and he was class last week, I think. So, I can't argue with Livramento playing, but Walker Peters was one of our top 3, I reckon, best players last year. Scored a couple goals as well. So, I don't know. I'd like to see them both play, to be honest with you. I know it's not really an option, but yeah, hopefully we're going to see them both, because I do love Walker Peters.
So you were happy with that swap deal then for Højbjerg? Because obviously he was at you for quite some time. Were you happy to see him go?
I did like Højbjerg, but
United are just breaking, by the way, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
Højbjerg's head was gone, wasn't it? So it was pointless keeping him. Like, he didn't want to be here, so there's no point. There's no point keeping him. And we got a really good player in Walker Peters, I thought. Maybe he wouldn't have played for Spurs ever, I'm not sure, but
They tried him a few times and it just wasn't working.
yeah. Which is funny now, because you don't really have a right back, do you?
Tanganga.
he played
Tanganga
unbelievably
that
last
role.
week, didn't he? But
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he looks to be saying that as we look to see someone like Serge Aurier go. Of course, we have got Matt Doherty,
yeah.
but we just won't pass comment on that one.
We've got Nuno with him now.
Yeah, exactly. Pogba again, small little chance, creating something.
Yeah, the movement's really good. You saw Bruno had it on his right hand side and Greenwood like span off, but then Pogba pulls into the gap.
You've been happy with
really
United?
fluid going forward.
Yeah.
We've seemed to have settled now. Obviously we've had a few chances. So it's cut out conceding the stupid free kicks. I think that's the biggest thing for us.
Yeah.
And we've looked dangerous, to be fair, off corners
Yeah.
ourselves and free kicks. So
Yeah.
Corner for Manchester United. Surely someone's going to be getting on the end of these.
I do worry about Slabhead.
Good keepers come out again.
Yeah, he's punched well twice now.
Yep.
But then he's also been arse over elbow in his goal net for one of the corners as well. So
And the ref's not giving that as a foul. So good
It's like-
opportunity
yeah.
now for Southampton to break if they can try and string more than
our
two
lack of
passes
qu-
together at the
yeah,
same
our,
time.
our lack of quality will just ruin it though.
is Greenwood still down?
What?
What's
What
going on
happened
there?
there?
Oh, the ref saying head.
Pulled it back for a
head
head
injury.
injury on Mason Greenwood. He had let play continue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He obviously waited for a bit and then stopped it.
That doesn't make sense.
typical refereeing in this country. Shreth TH said Walcott was a poster boy for England. He lost his career due to injuries. For some reason, Wilshere, Ramsey, Walcott were always injured at AFC and not anymore. I've got no Arsenal on the stream today, guys. Only Dave in the corner who's giving daggers any time that I mention anything against Arsenal.
I think he was on about that.
Who do you support? Oh, yeah, but I'm an English team. You don't support Arsenal? Apparently Dave doesn't support Arsenal. I always thought you supported Arsenal. You don't have an English team?
They're not going to
Do you want to support Spurs?
Will there be more in your good books?
Yeah. There we go. You heard it here first. Dave is now officially a Spurs fan.
Can we get some sorries in the chat for
Yeah, I was
Dave?
going to say.
It was that easy to convince him. That easy.
Poor thing.
Ali A said, Tom, why do Liverpool always take your best players?
I'd love to know the answer to that question. I really would. I don't know. I mean, it's been a while, to be fair, since they've had one, I think. I mean, Van Dijk was the last one, right, I think. Yeah,
Van Dijk,
just,
Cloyne, Lallana. That was
yeah,
it. Who
whoever's
else did
throwing
they
the most money about.
have? Chamberlain.
Yeah,
Mad.
whoever's got the most money, they can go. You know, that's just
That's just the Southampton way.
that's the Southampton way, unfortunately. So yeah,
Good
it is what
tackle.
it is.
But is there an actual expectation for Southampton these days,
Well,
or
no.
there isn't, other than just staying in the league?
Yeah, I don't think there is, honestly. Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, you look at teams like, I look at teams like Leicester. It's not like how Leicester just went and won the league. Obviously, that wasn't. But the Leicester recruitment is just unbelievable. Like, they always get in the right players. And they always just push, don't they? They always try and kick on, try and finish higher at the table when they have.
Yeah.
Same with like what Villa have done this year. They've gone out and they've actually, like, their owners have just pumped money in. And
You know what I loved? You know when they sold Grealish and I think it was the CEO or whoever came out and spoke to the fans as well.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great video.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That
Great
was class.
video.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely.
And I think the only hope, really, for teams in and around where we are in the table is that type of thing. Because don't forget, was it last year or the year before, Villa only stayed up?
Fergie. Just love him.
Another good stat for everyone today. If United, who are currently on 26 away wins, isn't it? Something like that, away wins. If they win today, they can equal 27, which was the invincible Arsenal team of 2004 with the most amount of away wins. Pretty good start there.
Yeah,
bad,
our away
is it?
form last season was quality.
Not bad for Ollie, is it?
No.
People should put a little bit more respect maybe on his name for these things.
Well, I do say this a lot, to be fair, but
Ref.
not everyone seems to agree. Stupid free
Book
kick
him.
again.
Book him.
Foul from
Book him.
Fernandez.
Send him off. Get him off.
Send him off, did you say?
Give him a ticket.
Doesn't look like he's going to be getting booked. Refs have been
I
quite
want to see the
lenient.
replay of this because Bruno looks baffled.
I mean, I don't know why he looked baffled.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like he just tripped him up.
It's a foul.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Absolutely
It's
a foul.
It is a foul.
Shreth TH said Arsenal for Man City and Southampton for Liverpool, two clubs who made their rivals win the Premier League titles with their talent only because they themselves had no ambition. It's a very good point you make. It is a very good point.
Yeah.
Obviously,
True.
you know, when Manchester City became Manchester City, they took, you know, the likes of Nasri and Adebayor from Arsenal, and of course you've done that as well. Another one I forgot about was Dejan Lovren as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Another
that.
one
I
which
forgot
someone
about Lovren.
kindly put in the chat.
Thanks,
Southampton here, at least they're in, you know, at least they're in
Ref, that's another one, please.
I thought he fell in.
no foul.
Yeah, it was a bit
No
of
foul
a-
there from the ref. United back.
Oh, don't.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
That would have been the luckiest
That
goal
would have
ever,
been.
to be fair.
What is that though? Like, what is that?
panic.
It's just
Panicking, clearing it.
shit. What do you think about the whole Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne debate?
I just appreciate both of them. I'll sit here openly and say I think De Bruyne is an absolute quality player. Obviously, I think he was it like Player of the Year last season or something? I think
so.
when he did play, don't get me wrong, his contributions were fantastic, but he was injured for like a long period in that season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate both of them. I'm not going to sit and compare them. I'll probably sit on the fence with that one.
Yeah. I
Um,
respect that.
but I can't remember a player who's come to United, not recently anyway, and had an impact like Bruno has.
Yeah.
It's
It's the
ridiculous.
stats as well. Like,
A lot of people say,
oh, not bad.
Chance there.
Good
a
try.
lot of people say stat
Armstrong.
padding and whatnot, but you can't deny the influences that
No,
this
when
United team.
when the stats are that good, you can't argue with them.
No.
And you know, it's not just the stats, is it? Like,
To be fair, towards the end of last season, I did think he kind of tailed off, like he looked really tired.
yeah.
And obviously he had a break and he looked really sharp against Leeds, and I'm just hoping that he's found his feet again. 'Cause
Yeah.
towards the end of last season, I think he really did need that rest.
But he barely missed a game, didn't he?
Yeah,
Played literally every one.
yeah. And then obviously went to the Euros. So.
Yeah.
Big season for him. Obviously, people call him Penandos and things like that.
Yeah.
And he does get
He
a
does
lot.
get a lot of
He does get a
penalties,
lot of
but-
penalties, but you can't deny how good he absolutely is.
And
As
you've
well.
got to beat what's in front of you. Like, stop fouling us in the box then. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
criticise him. You still have to score
Yeah.
at the end
It's
of the
not
day.
his fault he scores penalties.
But no, I love him. I think he's quality. But I
Go
also
on.
appreciate De Bruyne is a very good
Go
player
on,
as well.
get at him. Get at him.
There you
Go
go.
on.
Right there.
Oh, too
was it
far.
just too much? Too much. Nice chance though. Could have been something.
Yeah, it could have been.
Trying
He's
to
just got
clear.
this is the end product again. That's what Gineppo does. He gets in the box like that and he does a few step overs and that's it.
No final
He did
ball.
it. He did it so many times last week. About 5 times. He got down the left, step over, step over, step over, and then nothing at the end of it. Just Beggy proves me wrong today. Well, that's not a bad.
Yeah, as we said, your next game against Newcastle, I think those are the games where
That's huge.
Southampton have to be picking up points.
Do you think Newcastle stand a good chance of going down this season as well?
They're in trouble, I think.
Absolutely. My thing with Newcastle, I always say it, is that I think that they only start playing for the last 10 games.
Yeah.
They managed to pick up the odd point here and there, and they managed to just get themselves over the line by those last 10 games, but they're not. I think that they've got quality in their side when you look at Callum Wilson, St Maximum
Keep
as well.
players fit though. I mean, last season I remember all of those players.
Having
together.
Wilson and St Maximan will keep them in the league. I think they're that good.
St Maximum, I think, is a great player.
Go on.
Chance for Southampton.
Go on. Yes!
Oh my God! It's a goal!
Is that Adam?
It's a goal!
Come on!
You were in shock so much you couldn't even believe it.
I was like, has that gone in?
Twice.
I thought it was one of them where it went past the post
That
and
is a
then
goal for
bounced
Che
back.
Adams.
Come on!
It didn't look like there was a lot of power
I can't believe it.
Tom, how'd you feel?
What a finish! It was an absolute swinger of a left foot. I'm shook. It was unreal as well. It was beautiful football.
Wow, I don't think any of us
Hang
can
on.
believe that hit the back of the net.
I'm a bit
Where's the remote?
baffled. It doesn't
We
even look like there's much
Have
power
we
on it.
switched over to Barcelona or something? Watch this.
They're appealing for a foul on
I
Bruno
wouldn't go
there.
that
I don't
far.
think that's
Go
a foul.
on. Look at that.
Nice football from Southampton and just
deflected.
a little bit of deflection.
I was going to say, it didn't look
Hey,
like
I'll take it.
Is that a foul? That's not a foul.
That's
for me.
not a foul at all.
It's not a foul.
Look
They
at
bring
him.
that
What's he
back, that's
complaining
outrageous.
about?
I don't think that's a foul.
Absolute
And that's
baby.
is that deflection off Fred, and that is in the back of the net.
I'm
Adams.
hoping it's like last season where we needed to concede one to actually wake up.
That's going so far wide
Well,
as well.
that's livening it up a bit. How are you feeling now, Tom?
Oh, I'm buzzing now. But at least I've got something to celebrate, because if it comes crumbling down now, I've had my fun, so I'll take it.
You've had your fun. So,
Come
talk
on.
to me.
Oh, look,
Bruno's
Bruno's
been booked as well.
Oh.
I don't think that was a foul on Bruno. I think we need to just suck it up. And like I said, last season, a few times, I mean, we were always known for conceding first and then coming back stronger. Let's hopefully we can do that again now. I told you I hate when we play Southampton. It's never easy.
Yeah.
It's never easy.
A record's good, but it's never easy.
But we're only a third of the way through the game.
That's true. We've got a long way to go, guys. But what a start.
Buzzing. Can't believe it. It's actually really good as well. The build-up was class. I
was thinking,
don't know
there
where
wasn't
that's
much
come
power
from.
on it. Surely De Gea should have done
I
better.
think
But
we
then
were all
obviously I
in
saw the
such
deflection.
shock.
Yeah.
We're all in such shock that happened. But I'm very happy for you. This should give
I'm
you a bit
buzzing
more
too.
positive mentality on Southampton.
Yeah, I do. I mean, but then again, this is what I said. In the first half, we'll have a good first half. We'll have a high-energy first half. It's just what happens every time. So, hopefully this is the week. Maybe this is the week that I'm proved wrong.
Maybe this is.
Maybe this is the week where things change.
Let's say fingers crossed. Paul Pogba's back on the ball.
Good feet.
Oh, he's done you there.
One.
Ball in the box.
Not good enough.
I think that's what they're trying to do, isn't it? Manchester United trying to have a quick
We
reaction
can respond
back.
quickly, yeah.
People in the super chats again. Shreth TH said, Abbi, do you think Dele should be sold from THFC? I'm not worried about his hairstyle. That's not what I'm watching. I don't think he should be sold at this moment in time. I think we should see what goes on with him under Nuno. Punish Devonmum Harambe said, Arsenal sold to City because we're in the middle of stadium payments. They had to sell players to pay off the loans. Walcott is very inconsistent and was very inconsistent.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair point.
It's too easy, that one.
I wonder if that would go down as an Adams goal or an own goal.
It should go down as an Adams goal.
Yeah.
It's only taken the
Still
deflection.
saying Adams' goal at the minute.
It just looked like it was going so far wide. Get in.
Bruno giving it away in a stupid. It wasn't a foul either.
He's still,
No, it
he's
wasn't.
still arguing it. Still
Yeah.
arguing it. Allier said Liverpool gave Lambert, Ings and Minamino to
Lambert,
the
I
Saints.
forgot about him.
I'm sure Lambert went the other way, didn't he?
Yeah, he went the other way, yeah.
Is he? Look at him.
Look who's in the
Hello.
building. The
How you doing, bro?
Robbie
good. How are you?
himself.
Yeah, good, man. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Hi.
you too.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Soph, how's it going, Soph? What's going down, man?
Sophie's not
Still
happy.
time. Still plenty of time. I don't know. Bruno giving the ball away. I know you're going to love that.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Bruno gave that ball away.
They
Still
got-
arguing that it was a foul.
Che Adams score.
Yep.
Yeah, it's deflected him, to be fair.
Was it a foul?
No.
No, it wasn't.
That's what I like about Sophie, She's fair.
She is
Gotta be
fair.
honest.
She's fair. She'll be honest and
What's
admit it.
your feeling about today, Rob?
About what?
About your game today.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm watching this one. I'm concentrating on this game. Hey, United look strange in that kit, man.
It's nice though.
I
isn't it?
like it.
You think it's nice? I did think it'd be blue shorts, but obviously they went
Yellow
black, so-
shorts.
I reckon it's normally black, isn't it?
I mean,
Ball into the box.
Oh,
what's he doing? Yeah, look. I'm just not used to seeing Man United wear a kit like that.
Yeah, it doesn't
they
look
based it on the
Top of
old,
it looks alright.
the black with the collar on, haven't they?
Mind you, better than that zebra thing you looked at there last
That's
year.
true.
I like
The
that.
zebra kit.
That's the worst kit of all time, man.
Yeah,
Trust
I
me.
don't like that.
You like that?
No.
To be fair, it grew on me. I've got to be honest, it did.
The
You
zebra
were-
kit was disgusting.
actually, I saw you. You was about the only person I saw able to pull it off.
Well, I appreciate that.
I
Thanks.
saw it on Flex, man. I was like, bloody
Yeah,
hell.
Flex had it, didn't he?
Yeah. You look like we run over, man, and then they reverse back and run him over again.
The thing is, though, when they first released that, they released it, like the pictures that leaks, obviously, they were like zebra shorts and socks, and I was thinking, no, that's way too much.
Yeah, and there's zebra
Yeah,
shorts.
that I didn't like that.
If it was black shorts, it might have been all right,
yeah,
but
it wouldn't have looked nicer. I
No.
thought we were giving it away in a stupid place then as well.
No.
I was listening this game because I was coming. My son had a football game, so I was coming down. I was listening on the radio, and it sounded like United were on top.
We
They
we had
were.
a few chances, to be fair, for a spell, but
Early on, but I'd say it's actually been pretty
Yeah,
even
it
across
has.
the board, to be fair. Early start. I mean, Southampton looked good first kind of 5 minutes. United kind of got back on top, had numerous chances, hit the bar, and after that, it's
gone a
just
bit flat
been
now.
very
Do you know the
even.
other thing I heard as well? Right, I heard them saying that all the teams that have played, no team that's been playing at home so far has lost.
Well, I would think that that's
The
probably
fans,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. with the
Although
fans.
Spurs are winning, isn't
1-0. Dave so kindly told me.
it? Huh?
Dave so kindly is giving me
Dele Alli
updates on
scored
that
penalty
game.
for him.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Someone in the super chat said the kit looks like a Leeds one with the yellow and blue.
Ooh, Leeds.
We don't want that.
They won't like
association.
that.
No, we
They
definitely don't
will
want that.
not like that. Shreth TH said, Robbie, are you not going to the game? AFTV watch along?
Go on.
Am I going to the
Go on.
game? Yeah, I am going to the game. I'm excited to go to the game, man. I'm going to the game. Looking forward to it. We haven't been at a game for year and a half.
Yeah.
And all the people that I sit with at the game, I mean, I haven't seen them for like a year and a half
Yeah.
either. Because, so it's going to be really nice to see those people.
Who's on AFTV this afternoon?
I'm going to be on the starting 11, and then Turkish and those guys are going to be doing the watch along. I'll be doing fan cams after the game outside the stadium. Let's hope it's a good one.
How are you feeling with
I
it?
hate losing to Chelsea, man. I don't want to lose to those lot, man.
Oh, last season you did the double.
We did all right against them
Did
last
the
year.
Double.
And funny enough, when we played them, the first time we played them, it was a bit like this, where everybody was expecting us to get really battered because we were going for a really poor run of form. And that was when Smith Rowe sort of emerged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we beat them 3-1.
I don't think you'll get battered.
Mind you, they didn't have Lukaku then, you know what I mean? So,
Do you think he'll start today?
might do.
That's our ball. It's got to be.
And then,
Yes.
shut up, Fred, man. That's
People,
obviously their ball.
obviously. People are pointing out that Norwich lost at home and Newcastle also lost
Oh, is
at
it?
home. But it was a
Okay.
good stat, bar those two. You
I'm
were
trying to
right.
hold on to something, man.
You were right, apart from that.
Were Newcastle at home?
Newcastle were at home last week,
they-
weren't
Last
they?
week.
Newcastle don't care.
Yeah, I was on about this week. Yeah, Newcastle don't count, man.
Southampton have Newcastle next.
We've got Wolves.
Very big
Ward
game.
Prowse.
Come on.
Straight
Oh, what
in.
delivery.
Let's make it 2.
His delivery's
Southampton.
unreal, man. He just signed a new deal, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Well done, Southampton. Got the ball back.
Wait,
Oh.
What
What was
What was
that?
that? What was
I
that?
don't know what that
was
was.
the attempt?
What was that? If you can make it to half time 1-0, would you be more confident going into second half?
Yeah, I'd be much more confident. I think. I'm not going to lie. I won't be confident until
Final
the
whistle.
night. Yeah,
I'm sure you lot were
The whole
winning
game.
2-0 last year, innit?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Cavani came on.
Cavani came on and just...
yeah, exactly. I mean, especially like I say, because of what happened last time, and because of what happens most weeks. Obviously, last week we won the lost 3-1. Now it's against Everton. So, yeah.
Sophie, what's your expectation for Jadon Sancho this season?
You know, I'll be honest, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert on Sancho because I'm not. Like, obviously, I saw bits of him for England, and obviously I watched a few Dortmund games. And I like what I've seen of him, and I think we do need a wide player, but he's got to prove to me as well that I'm glad we didn't pay over 100 million for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's one of these players where he's a very exciting prospect, and people that I talk to really, really rate him. But I think my expectations aren't too high for him. But yeah.
Aren't too high.
Nah, they're not.
You
Because
paid
I
about
haven't
nearly
seen,
80 million quid for him.
Yeah,
man.
we
It's
could have
got
paid
to be
over
high.
100 for him.
No, but you can't say aren't too high. They've got to be high. He's
Yeah, no, of course, I'm
it's a
excited
marquee
for him.
signing.
But I haven't watched much of Sancho. Like, I'm not going to lie and sit here and say, oh, yeah, I think he's going to be amazing, he's going to light the league up, do you know what I mean? But obviously I hope he does. But I'm excited to see him. I was surprised he didn't start today, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think him alongside the likes of Greenwood, obviously Martial, Rashford's got to come back in, Cavani's got to come back in.
I've seen quite a few games play for Dortmund, man, and he's good.
He's a good player, don't get me wrong.
He's absolute quality, man. If he comes to the Premier League, starts replicating that, he's good, man. He's good.
Because obviously for England as well, he hasn't played a lot, has he?
Yeah.
I do get what you mean. I haven't watched much of him either, so it's hard to get excited when you haven't like. Fully
I'm excited,
sort of,
don't get me wrong, because I feel like we need a wide player, like we've needed a natural winger.
He's good. He's good.
Go on.
Especially with that price tag, it's
yeah, but it could have been worse.
But that's the thing. That's why people always talk about.
That's a great run.
Great run. Fantastic run.
Who was that?
Livramento.
And just no one there to
Yeah,
poke
Chelsea
it
kid,
in.
isn't it? That kid from Chelsea.
He's looked so good so far.
Really
got
good
it.
run. Kept
it in.
ball in.
Go on.
Southampton are looking good here.
Oh, what's
that too?
Oh, he's lost it there.
I think what we've done well.
Got the ball back.
We've done.
Let's keep giving the ball back.
We've done so well in this first half of just
Yeah.
No
not
wonder.
letting them get out. But it's just how long can we keep that up for?
What a run, man.
See you later, Fred.
Yeah.
50
Fred
million
for
quid he
dead,
cost you, didn't he?
All right.
Look how Fred just bounced off him, man. Jeez.
Fred's been poor this half.
That's where you need a DM, innit?
Fred's been poor.
Action Carmen said Southampton can mould Tino into a Gareth Bale. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
And then they'll sell him.
Bale wasn't this
Liverpool.
good in his first 2 games for Saints. So you never know.
Do you know I like for Southampton, right? Although he's a bit hot, is that Gineppo.
Yeah, I said that. It's
He's
a bit
skillful,
unpredictable.
man. But yeah, he's very unpredictable.
He's frustrating, I think.
I
But
think you mentioned him earlier, didn't you?
Yeah,
That
he's just
he's so skillful, man.
the final ball.
And he's quick
Yeah.
as well.
I just think he doesn't know what he
Oh,
wants.
what is that?
Oh, you can't give it away
Can't give a
there.
foul away right there. Oh, at the edge of the box. Just can't be doing that.
That's so stupid, isn't it? Right on half time.
Come on, Bruno.
No, to me, you blame the player there. Why give the ball away there?
Yeah, it's
they're
Romeo's
playing a
fault.
bit.
Romeo and Stevens, shocking.
And then that's a stupid foul. All you got to do is just stand up, isn't you?
Yeah.
That's Bruno territory, isn't it? Oh, that's a very good.
Very good spot for a free kick.
I think this
just
is 1-1.
before half
Who else has
time.
stood over it? Fred.
Fred, I think.
Fred.
Fred, go away, man.
Bruno scored a free kick for you, yeah?
Maguire stood over it.
Bruno scored a free
Yeah,
kick?
yeah. He scored one against Liverpool. Like that class one into the bottom corner.
There's only one person taking this free
Well,
kick.
Prowse wants to take it.
I'd let him.
That was like in the Euros, and it was me and Parisian Guna, and he goes, we had a bet on if there's a penalty for Portugal. He goes, no, Bruno. I said, listen, mate, Ronaldo's taking it.
Yeah.
Bruno does. He's way down the pecking order when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, mate.
He's not the main man at Portugal.
But here, he's definitely taking it. Look, you can see by his body language, he's taking it.
Absolutely.
And he should take it. He says he's the best free kick taker, isn't he?
He's going to be thinking as well, I need to make up for that, giving the ball away for their goal as
But
well.
he still thinks it's a foul.
It kind of is one for a left footer, but
Look how much space he's got.
yeah, what's he
Worries me.
standing all the way there for?
Not sure.
Inviting him to try and curl it that way, because he can curl it that way.
Where's he going to
Come on,
go?
Bruno.
Where do you reckon
That's
he's going
risky,
to go?
isn't it?
I'll try and whip it top right, I think.
It actually. This stupid line down behind the wall.
It's a new thing. They all do it now, don't they? All
Why?
teams do that.
Every team does it, I think.
It's one too low and I can't even see where the ball is.
Oh, yes. Ball's done
Nice
well
work
there.
on the wall.
How many times do you see someone hit it underneath the wall. It's a
Never.
rarity even
Yeah.
before they started doing this. So what's all that?
It's all of a sudden it just came in and every team was then doing it. Furthermore.
It doesn't happen unless the free kick's so close anyway, I don't think. 'Cause it
Yeah,
takes-
exactly.
takes-
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can't do it from a
Unless it's
certain
right,
distance.
right
yeah.
on the edge of the
If
box.
it's like, yeah, exactly.
But if it's a bit further out, it's almost impossible to hit it that well.
Oh, good save.
Chance for United.
Free header that was, huh? Good job
Saved
that
by
didn't
the
fall to
keeper.
Maguire.
Surely he's got to bring Sancho on second half, you'd think.
I think that's probably what we're going to be looking at, isn't it?
got to.
What United
It's a free
can
header.
do.
Should do better there. I
Should
think.
do better than, you know. Look, it's a free header.
Credit to
got
Southampton.
everything on it.
They've been good
Yeah,
there.
should.
They've been good.
Yeah, I mean,
That needed to be Maguire, really.
So frustrating.
Has Pogba got into it yet?
Had a few
He had a
chances.
chance, didn't he, early on?
Yeah.
He's looked a bit off though. He's not held the ball.
Soonish will be
well.
rubbing his hands on his
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
I told ya.
He'll be ready. He'll be ready
Loves it,
for
doesn't
it.
Because he was unreal last week.
He hasn't
Yeah, he
really
was,
been
to be fair.
pinging it how.
To be fair,
he
we've
did
had
last
conversations on Pogba like many times
Yeah.
saying that he needs to be better for United. And
Is it the consistency you think as well?
yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely is.
That guy's consistent, probably the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree
It's
with
just
that.
the,
If
the
he's
lack
consistent,
of,
but
the
it's
lack
just
of
like,
consistency.
and then I guess because he's been inconsistent over the years, now that you really scrutinise him even more now.
Yeah.
You know,
And
It's
it's
one
just
of them
price
as
like,
well,
of
isn't it?
course he's going to have that.
When
that
he's that
scrutiny.
good, when we know he's
Yeah.
that good, they always get more scrutiny, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
When
'Cause
you know
he's-
how
he's-
good he
he's-
can be.
And also
He's
the
a
fee
brilliant
that was
player.
paid for him at the time was obviously
Yeah.
very.
Oh, he gives the
very
ball
large.
away there.
so
Luke
many
Shaw's
times this
got-
half.
they won it back now, to be fair.
Never gonna
do
outrun
like
Shaw
Luke Shaw.
there.
Nearly made it to half time.
That's another Southampton
Another
player,
one.
isn't it? Luke Shaw.
We
Yeah.
went through a
Another
whole
one.
list.
Another one.
We went through a whole list. I think there was about 20 we came up with in about
20?
in 30 seconds we came up with.
Yeah.
We missed
Luke
loads
Shaw.
Missed a
out.
few, like
we
Lambert,
missed, we
you
did. We
mentioned.
missed loads out as well. Just who they've
Hey,
sold.
is that Arsenal wearing a
What's he
suit
wearing?
and that?
What is he wearing? He looks like
It's
a
like a
waiter.
fake Gareth Southgate.
He's come for the free kicks today.
He always wears a tracksuit and that, doesn't he?
He's come for a suit.
Everyone's come with the new images here.
Yeah.
He's trying to look like the
Sorry,
what's his
bro.
name, the Bayern manager.
Oh,
Can't remember what his name is.
Nagelsmann.
Gareth
That's the one,
Southgate,
yeah.
man, so with a waistcoat. I've never seen him. He's always got a tracksuit on and like
Yeah.
He's
he'll have a cap
He wears
on
a
as
hat,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
dressed up for the occasion
He had
today.
the Klopp look. Now he's gone for a
Yeah.
Gareth
No,
Southgate.
that's what it is. He's tired of being compared to Klopp.
Maybe that's
No, he's
why.
been compared to Southgate instead.
Probably thinking the last time I wore that tracksuit against United, lost 9-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same
Park
with
it
that,
up.
Look at this. Poor. Need to get in, but our heads together and come back second half.
I think this has been a better half than you would have hoped for, Tom.
Yeah, yeah. It has to be fair. I'll take this for sure any
Of
day.
course you would. Of course,
Oh,
you won it
no.
up.
I'll take this.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be about 3-0 down. Yeah, you want me to take this?
I can't emphasise it enough how different it's going to be in the second half.
Yeah.
It's going to the game will change completely in the second half.
And also the fact that I think we'd expect to see the likes of Sancho
Hopefully,
come
yeah.
on
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
But I mean,
There's a Varane on the bench.
Yeah.
we've got some options on our bench as well, which I'm happy with too. But it's just, like I said before, it depends how long he's going to leave it. We'll
Half
see.
time.
But look, it's not going to be another 9-0, so that's positive.
Don't say that.
We've made it to half-time, guys. Of course, Southampton 1-0 up. Southampton looking good for the most part. United, thoughts on them?
Frustrating. I think we haven't looked after the ball well enough. I think Fred in the middle has been poor. Bruno giving it away for their goal. That wasn't a foul in my opinion. But we saw it so many times last season. I'm not panicking just yet where we've conceded first, great second half and we turned it around. So I do think changes need to be made early in that second
So
half.
who would you bring on second half?
Personally, I would bring Sancho on. Maybe put Pogba into that middle. We shall see. But we've got loads of Donny in that as well on the bench. We've got plenty of quality.
Yep.
It's just about Ollie being brave, I think, and making that switch rather than trusting the players he's got. Because last season we criticised him so many times. I remember watching the Europa League final, he didn't make a change. It's frustrating, so hopefully he starts to make use of those substitutes and squad depth now.
Big second half coming up. Dave, are you ready with some stats?
I can be.
Okay,
Can be for you.
let's go over to Dave and get some stats.
No worries. Well, overall, we've seen, obviously, apart from the goal from Shea Adams on the 30th minute, Man United have really dominated possession-wise, shots-wise, overall across the match. Maguire hit the woodwork on the 7th minute of the very first half. If you're looking on target, not that much difference. We're looking at a very balanced game overall across the very first half of this match. So it's depending how will Ole actually adjust to the second half, what tactics will he deploy to actually get the goal back to draw and eventually potentially win this match against Southampton. But looking balanced at the moment, apart from the goal from Shay Adams against the run of play. So Abby, back to you. Let's see how Man United adapt on the second half.
Thank you very much, Dave. I really like your stats. I really like them. I
Skegness.
appreciate them. I think they're very
Skegness, Dave.
Skegness, Dave. Of course, you know, we saw United, as Dave mentioned, a lot more possession, which I think we kind of assumed for anyway. It's just the fact that United have only had one shot on target.
I was gonna say, it's not been meaningful possession, has it? It's just been scrappy. I think there's been a big battle in that midfield area as well. Since so many times Fred losing the ball or Matic losing it, and obviously Bruno losing it as well. I think we need to calm down a bit, keep hold of it. We don't need to panic, like I say. Second half, I'm expecting a different game. I'm expecting you're going to maybe try to sit in and protect what you've got. And it's about us trying to break them down, which we've obviously struggled in the past. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Absolutely. You mentioned Donny van de Beek before. What's your thoughts on him? Because I remember him being at Ajax. Donny.
Is he still
Good
there?
old Donny. Yeah, I remember him at Ajax, and obviously we played against him those 2 legs. Spurs did, and I remember thinking really highly of him. Yeah. And obviously he came to United. I thought that's a really good signing for you lot. But you don't fancy him?
If I'm honest, I don't think he was an Ollie signing. I think Woodward obviously signed him
based on Van der Sar.
And based on obviously the fact that we've gone for fairly cheap as well in the market, you'd say. For me, he's a good player. You've already mentioned Champions League player as well. I'm hoping that we find a way to fit him into the system, because at the minute it just doesn't fit Ollie's system. But I think this season now, excuse me, I think if we rotate, then
you can put him in and you can afford to. I think he's a good player. You take him at
Southampton? He's good. He's a good player.
Oh, yeah, of course I would. Yeah,
of course I would.
I'll have him. Yeah, I'll have anyone we can get, anyone that will come to us. But yeah, I think the second half, I'm hoping for what I'd like to see for once, to try and see if we can just keep that energy up, because if we do sit back, that's when we're going to get beat. I think what we were doing so well then, we weren't letting them out every time they played the ball forward. Every time Martial, Greenwood had the ball, it was just
everything's in front of you, wasn't it?
Winning the ball back on their first touch, staying tight every time. We can keep it like that. I mean, I'm not going to say we'll have too much of a chance, but we might have a little bit of a chance.
Yeah.
I think that on the counter-attack, like with Che Adams and Armstrong's pace, you can definitely still cause us issues.
Yeah.
And Gineppo, Robbie mentioned him earlier as well.
Yeah.
We've got to be careful of that. We can't overcommit.
I think it'll be an interesting second half. As you said, I don't think it'll be the same as what
hopefully
we've seen
not. Hopefully.
In that first half.
They've frustrated us so far though. Like Southampton have pressed really high and frustrated us. Yeah. Pogba and players on that haven't really been able to get control on the ball. So
absolutely. People still saying 1-0 Saints, that's how it's going to end. I think that's very nice.
Fingers crossed.
Very, very nice. People saying I don't know what's going on at Spurs. I do. It's half time. It's 1-0.
Still 1-0?
1-0 Spurs. Yep, I do know. People who are still saying, why is Robbie here? Robbie is going to the game soon. Don't worry. We still have...
He's here to rub it in the fact that Manchester United are losing.
No, I'm not. You know what? I swear, I walked in here, I'm thinking, it's probably like 2-0 or something like that. I walked in to see 1-0, like, what?
I thought you were doing
a nice change.
I thought that's why you were here.
I was shocked.
A nice change. He came in, he's joined us for a little while before he
heads off
to
who's
the
there.
game. I know,
Sol
Campbell is just who I love to see on my screen. Just who I love to see.
Souness is here as well. He's going to be having a field day.
No, he really will be.
They always get him on here.
Fred on goal. It's been given as an own goal.
They're putting it as a Fred own goal.
Oh, this was the goal?
This was it.
This was it. It takes touch.
Oh.
So I was confused. I was like, that looked like De Gea should have done better. But when you see the replay,
oh,
it did
right.
spin.
Oh, is that what he's looking for, a foul?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, get lost, Bruno, man. That was never a foul.
Argued and argued, didn't he? He was still arguing 5 minutes later.
Oh, yeah. Was that an own goal, though? Because it's still on target, isn't it?
What differentiates it being an own goal?
It has to be...
If it's already going on target, then I think the credit is...
Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Bruno there. I think...
I don't know. I don't know if it's foul.
I think he's won the ball back fair and square.
You have to look at the direction of the ball.
I think I'm being a bit harsh on Bruno, man. I think that's a foul.
I would like to know what...
I think that's a foul, man. Yeah, I mean, if that was an Arsenal player, I'd be angry. he's come right across him and barged him over. I think that's a
the
foul.
first angle that I showed us on the replay, it looked like he just hooked the ball, didn't it? But from that angle,
The
it
other
did
thing
look
is,
like he went through the back of him.
we did that so many times in that half.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at that. That's a
See,
foul.
that looks like a foul from that
That's
angle.
a foul, man. That's a foul.
But I think
Sorry.
this was the angle that we
This is
saw,
the angle, yeah.
and it looked like he just got the ball. See?
I don't know, man.
I think it's soft. He needs to protect it better.
I'd love to hear what Souness said. I'd love to hear what Graham Souness said about that. Absolutely love
Roy-
it.
He'd be saying
Keane-
it's Pogba's fault.
Roy Keane would be saying it's not a foul if it was the other way around.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think that's a foul. To be honest, I think that's a foul.
Graham Souness is getting. You just have to ask yourself, what's Pogba doing in that situation?
Oh,
That was like early on.
Chris Wolf, United will win 2-1. Stephen Thompson said Ollie out. A little bit harsh, I'd say, Stephen.
Ollie out.
Ollie out.
Bit early, man. Last week, you see, this is football, you know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Last week he's going to win the league.
Bless you.
First half of this now, he's out. The game's only, as I said last year, I'm sure he was 2-0, wasn't it? You were 2-0 up, weren't
It
you?
was 2-0, yeah.
Yeah.
Souness said it is a foul and
Sorry.
Keane said it wasn't.
Okay.
Bless you.
For God's sake.
Keane said it wasn't.
To be fair, some of the tackles Keane on made.
I think that's a foul, seriously. In most games, he's come right across him and barged him. I think that's a foul, to be honest, in my opinion. But
To be fair, he still shouldn't have been able to get a shot away the way he did, though.
Yeah, he had too much time on the edge of the box,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Stood off him.
I wonder why. Do you know why McTominay's not playing?
He had a knock midweek
did
in
he?
training. Yeah, he's on the bench though.
I like him.
Arsenal don't look right in that, man.
He looks like he's going to a
It's him
wedding.
with Peaky Blinders.
Just
you know what I mean?
yeah, it's a little bit of an odd, a little bit of an odd get-up. It is really
Peaky
quite
Blinders.
strange.
Nah, you don't look. Put that tracksuit back on, man. You don't look
I
right.
wonder
in
why
it.
he has switched it up. Do you reckon it's just like a superstition thing, like trying it?
I told you,
Hopefully I don't
he had the
consider
tracksuit
lying
on, they lost 9-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
like-
he's trying
He's
something
trying
else. I
something
don't blame him for that.
He's mixing it up today.
Or he just knows he's going to lose his job, so he's trying to look good for his next employer.
You don't think he'll get sacked, do you?
No, not for a little while. Well, it depends.
Are you happy with him for the moment?
Yeah, I am for now. Yeah, I am for now. I just hope our fortunes change at some point, and these 1-0s and 2-0s at half time can stay as that, or we can build on it. But this is the same
No, if
situation.
Southampton win this, that's massive, isn't it? I
It's a
mean,
big guess.
Same situation we found ourselves in last week.
Would have
nobody's
predicted
expecting them.
No,
No one's expecting them to win this. So if
especially
they
after
win,
how good United were last week.
yeah, United were unreal last week. So,
And especially going
but it's
into
only half time. That's the only
Especially
problem.
our away form's been as well.
and
Yeah.
also going into that game against Newcastle, where I genuinely think that is a huge game for both teams.
Yeah,
And there are the games you want to win.
yeah.
As a Southampton fan and as a Newcastle fan, to try and
Something
get
to build
something
on,
off the ground.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a massive game for you lot next week.
it is. Yeah.
So Football Champ said, ask Robbie if Arsenal wins today, will he do the party dance? Thomas party.
Yeah, I just might do it. I'll tell you.
Really?
I'll tell you what, man.
Hold him to that.
You know what I mean?
I will.
I'll do anything right now, man, to a win. You know what I mean? We need a win badly.
Your team.
Look who that
Oh, there's all the gooners in the building. Lee
Right.
Judge's Helen. Hi. Hello, darling.
Yeah.
Still 1-0.
No, we need it. We
Trust you
need
to
it.
turn up now.
It's still
We-
everyone's
we
getting here
badly
ready
need
for
a win.
AFTV now.
I actually feel like, I don't know, I'm not writing Arsenal off today. Genuinely.
No, we've got a
Talking
decent
to
record.
me? Hello, Lee. I'm very comfortable.
We got a decent record against Chelsea in recent times, but it is going to be a tough game, man. Really tough. But
Obviously, you've got no Ben White as well, have you?
yeah, these.
Where's your Arsenal shirt, Lee? Where's your Arsenal shirt?
Never wear the colours.
Never.
Son.
You in blue?
He's a liar.
Don't wear colours.
Are you in blue? Are
He's
you
a
in blue
liar.
and white? Are you in blue and white today?
He is, isn't he?
It looks
Hey,
blue.
yeah.
Looks blue and white.
It's black and white.
Looks blue and white from where I'm sitting.
It's your glasses on me.
Lovely. You look lovely in white. A little bit of lily white for you.
What are you at walks? What's going on?
I'm working. I'm so graciously covering this game.
And how are they getting on?
How are they getting on? 1-0. Spurs, of course.
Lovely. Great
Yeah.
to hear it.
Thank you. I'm so happy you're happy for me.
Yeah, delighted. How delighted. You yourself grab Robbie with that shirt on you.
I do like that shirt though, to be fair.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really like it.
That's always do
the
good
kits are better than the bloody team, innit?
We-
You know what I mean? Make good kits.
Yeah. I'm waiting for your team to come out. I want to see what
I'd
what
rather
you're
have
putting
a
out.
crap kit.
Yeah.
Crap kit and a good
Yeah.
team. You know
I
what
do
mean?
like it, but it still reminds me of like the underground. It
The
really, like
underground?
you know the seats on the
Oh
underground.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
what it
Yeah, I
reminds
do
me
know
of.
what you mean
That's
actually.
great.
Yeah,
The seats are actually, yeah.
That is
I
true.
like it, but it just
Actually,
it,
are you see where you're coming from there?
it reminds me of the fabric that they put on the underground.
I was saying the other day, right, if you look at some of these shirts, right, like the Tottenham third kit, right, if you look at that
The
shirt,
wacky one.
and then you look at this shirt, and then you look at certain shirts, I was like, hold on a minute, they're all copying that guy that does, you know that guy, that hard paint?
Hard, yeah.
Yeah.
The
They're all
stars.
copying his style, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
really
giving
are.
him a bit of royalties out of this, you know what I mean? Because he come up with that first,
Yeah, all the
with that
graphics.
style, on the shirts, you know? But yeah,
That's nice. I think that's always do you nice shirts then. We were saying
Yeah.
this earlier, weren't we?
Yeah,
always.
you've had so many nice ones now.
hope
I
we
like
make
your.
some
I
changes.
like this shirt. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that
I am
one
happy
till
with this one, to be
today.
fair. I'm really happy with this one.
What's in? Is it like what's in the?
It's
in the
the
black?
new stadium and the old stadium,
That's really cool.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Both
like
of them.
it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had it last season, I think it was your shirts. Is this true? I don't know if this is true, but the delivery of all your shirts got stuck on some container, or on
I'm
a
not
big
sure.
container on a ship container or something.
I'm not sure if that's true. I know that they changed sponsor, so that we had like one sponsor release a home kit and then switched it like 2 weeks later, so that everyone had just bought the new kit.
Serious?
Then they
Really?
then
They
they
get their money
changed
back?
it. Yeah, so
Is
you
that really?
just had to send the kit back, get a new one. So it might have been something like that. I'm not
Bloody
sure if
hell.
there was a reason behind it or what, but the Saints kits for the last few years have been like so bad. I bought it last year, and it was just pathetic. It was like
Because it didn't have the stripes, did it?
it was just all red, and
Yeah.
it had
I'm thinking.
the
Actually,
black.
I thought I liked that kit.
I really
thought it
hated
looked
it.
alright.
The Under Armour kits we've had so far, I've just really not liked, and the quality of it has just got nothing on it compared to this.
What's going on?
Oh, there was something about this as well. Apparently,
got,
they had a
a
problem with
pre-match.
the tickets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so something about some of the tickets not working and stuff. So that's why the stadium doesn't look full, because they messed up some of the tickets or something.
Wow.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a
I
look at
had
your
like a year
team.
and a
now.
half to prepare for fantasy school.
They
We had like a year and a half to prepare for fantasy.
Yeah, and they still couldn't do it. Right, let's have a look
Yeah, they
and see
still
what the
screwed
team
up.
is. Okie dokie.
Is that Lauren and Reece James? Isn't it?
Yeah. Talented family, man. Talented family.
Yeah. She's class, Lauren James.
Mm.
Are you big into WSL, so?
Yeah, obviously I've played, and so I try and keep us. Like, she was my favourite player at United, so I'm gutted that she's gone to Chelsea, to be fair. I've got a few mates who play for WSL as well. A good friend who
Oh,
plays for Spurs, actually.
Ben
Oh,
Rex.
nice.
Neville.
Oh, look, here we
Yeah.
go.
Bending it for Walcott.
Switching to a three at the
Defensive.
back.
Yeah,
defensive.
Trying to hold on to it now, aren't they?
Oh God.
Low
Trying
block
to
time,
just-
Sophie.
Which
No,
got
but
better
to me, that I think sometimes when these teams do that now, that's playing into Man United's hands.
It
You know what I
is.
It
mean?
can go either way. It can go either way. Like, so
'Cause-
far, we haven't really created a lot from open play.
Well, I think that's a
Set
bad.
pieces we've got
Okay.
most dangerous at the minute.
And we're off for the second half. Lots of people saying 2-1 in the second half. They're still backing Southampton, though. Saying 2-1 Southampton.
Fingers crossed, yeah. It looks like, so far, it looks like we're just staying as a back four, but Stevens is pushed out to the right back and Livramento is pushed on to right midfield, looks like. Which I hope is how it will be, because it means Gineppo won't come in as a midfielder, as a central midfielder
You
anyway.
think Oli can't wait too long before making a change?
So if
Yeah, get Sancho, innit?
someone's raised a very good point in here from Great Comet. He said if Pep managed United, they'd win the league. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
You think so?
100%.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Pepe's quality, you can't deny it.
Because I was looking at it and think that United have got some great players.
Yeah, to be fair.
I think they were good enough to win the league last year. You know?
You think?
Yeah, if Pep was managing the team they had last year, look at the players they got.
He has spent a lot of money. You can't deny that at City. But
So have you lot spent a lot of
You
money
have
as
spent
well?
a lot of
then
money.
we spent like 80 million on Harry Maguire. I think that's the difference, isn't it?
You
Like,
tend to go under the radar with the fact
Pogba,
that
no, we have
90
spent. I'm not
90
denying
million
that we spent
Pogba,
money.
80 million Maguire, even Bruno Fernandes is
what I
like
will
50 odd
say,
million.
So is Fred.
But since Ollie's
Fred
come
50
in,
million.
he spent money, of course. But I think the signings that Ollie has made, like he's done a lot better business than what we've had previously, like post Fergie, obviously. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
maybe the business is
he's
better, but you spent a
building-
lot of money.
No, we have. I'm not denying that we haven't spent any money.
Wan-Bissaka,
I'm not denying that.
50 million. What was Luke Shaw? He was a lot of money as well,
He
wasn't
was way before Ollie though.
He was about 50 as well, I
Yeah.
think.
he? Yeah, but you were saying about spending money, whether he's before Ollie or
No,
not, it's a lot of money, isn't
what
it?
I meant is he's obviously had to build his squad like Ollie's building his now. Do you know what I
Van der
mean?
Beek,
Do you
he
think
never
Ollie
plays.
signed him now? Or do you think he was a Woodward signing?
How much did you pay
He's
for
a bit
Martial?
random.
I don't know
Martial
who
was
signed him.
50.
Was it?
Martial's been there a long time though.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
goal, he's a
What?
goal, he's a goal.
Oh,
was
is that
that a
handball?
handball?
Handball.
Is that
No, don't give it.
Was that a handball?
No.
Is that handball?
No.
Bruno's going to argue himself off the pitch at this rate.
Come on, at
Yeah.
least
Be quiet.
at least let them score a good goal. None of this soft handball, please.
Was it a handball?
No,
I see him in the
no,
chest.
That's a handball.
It was a
No, what I mean
handball.
is, like, I think we've wasted a lot of money as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
right, yeah.
That's my point. Like,
Who do you think
Pep
you
has obviously
wasted it
bought
on?
smartly. Many players that we've wasted.
Would you
money.
say someone
I mean,
like-
we've given like even like talking about wage bills. Like we've just given like Phil Jones a new contract and players like that, and you're thinking, yeah. And
Oh,
They're dropped.
again,
you think
Southampton for set pieces, man. They're terrible,
atrocious,
aren't they?
atrocious
like we look
defending.
good. Like we look. That's our biggest threat at the minute. And I
very
just
good.
think for Ollie, like the business that he's made, I've been happy with the. He spent a lot of money. I agree with that. But the players that he's brought in make us a better team.
Like Van
And
der
that's
Beek.
Donny's a great player. It's just fitting him into the system, isn't it?
What's the point in buying him if he never played?
can't
Well,
fit him in.
that's why
He
I
was there
don't
all
think.
year last year, just sat on the bench.
Yeah, but I just said I don't think Ollie signed him. I think he was signed. One, to keep the fans a bit quiet. He was what 40 million, well just below 50 million, which in that market, in the grand scheme of things, would a lot
He
of
was a
people
good,
say was a
he was a
bargain.
good signing. He would have done a job for other teams.
Yeah,
What-
but
what's his
obviously then,
position,
if you've signed him, you look at you think, where is Donny going to fit into the system right now? And he just doesn't, unfortunately. And I just hope that he can break into that starting 11 because I do think he's a very good player.
What is his position?
I think he's more of a. I think he's more of a box to box, Donny. I think he'd
Bench to
probably
bench.
say.
Bench to bench.
Not box to box, bench to bench, isn't it? That's what,
You'd probably
bench
say.
to bench midfielder. He goes from the home bench, the home or dugout to dugout, isn't
I
it?
hope he puts one in
From
past
home dugout to
Arsenal.
away dugout,
Really
away
do.
dugout.
Apparently,
I
Ollie
hope
has
he
spent
scores that trick against Arsenal.
Is that true that Ollie has spent near enough 500 million?
I don't know how much he has spent. He has spent quite a lot of money though, yeah. If
Yeah, you just said he ain't spent no money.
No, I didn't.
Well, the way you made out,
Go
is
on.
all.
No, don't
Sean,
twist my words.
Southampton.
Robbie.
he's just,
Oh,
he's just
what was
got
that?
to
No,
feed
you,
it on
you
the-
didn't say you didn't spend no money, but
I
you made
said-
out like Pep spent
Oh,
loads
no,
of money.
No,
Final
my
ball
point
into
was that post Fergie, we've wasted a lot of money. I think the signings that Ollie has made since he's been in charge, I'm happy with the money that he's spent. And he's building his project now, like Pep had time to build his. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that Ollie is as good as Pep, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, judge him after the transfer window. This season now, I think
This
is
has been a good
season.
window by Varane,
Yeah, it has.
Varane and Sancho.
Yeah,
It's a good window.
Absolutely. it's
And I
good
think
window.
judge him after. How many times have me and you had words about Ollie? You've been saying Ollie's not good enough in this, and I've said, look, I'm trusting him, and I think this window is a big one. And I always said after this window, there's no excuses. Ollie's got to prove himself, and I think this season now is that season, isn't it?
I think there's
Yeah.
a few managers. I think our manager's in the same boat, mate.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm gonna watch this attack and then I've got to go, guys.
Rob, there's
I have a
quite,
game to
I'd
go
like to say
to.
good luck, but I'm not saying
there's
that.
quite a few people saying that Ben White is out.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
apparently,
COVID, apparently.
I heard on Friday that he might have COVID. That he turned up to a training ground and left half an hour later. So,
Wow. How do you feel about that if that's true?
oh man, it's just.
No Aubameyang and Lacazette?
I think Aubameyang might be on the bench today,
Okay.
but he's back, but no Lacazette.
Who will
It's
play
just
instead
been
of White then?
disastrous, man.
What happened with them two
Who will
last
play
week?
for you instead of White?
I think
Probably Rob
COVID
Holding, I
on
think.
this.
Was it? Yeah, it didn't seem convincing though, did
But
it?
it's just, it's been a bit of a nightmare, man. Like all these COVID and injuries and
It's not been the smoothest start, has it, for you?
no, it's been.
Would you have taken, Ali A said, Robbie, would you have taken Coutinho?
Oh, there's rumours
Coutinho,
of-
nah. I think a year ago I would have done, but now
Go
I
on,
think,
give
you
it.
know, especially after he, it's
How did you
brilliant.
come out with that?
Oh, yellow card.
He's at rugby. He still won the ball as well. I think he's after his injury and he's 29 now, and I'm just like, let's go younger players now. I
Are you
think
happy with Odegaard?
very happy, but he can't play today either. Because of some visa things. So he can't play, Ramsdale can't play. I don't know what's going on, man.
But you wouldn't have started Ramsdale today anyway. You wouldn't have had Ramsdale today.
No, but I think Odegaard might have played today.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
What's your thoughts on the Ramsdale one? That baffles me a little bit.
At first, I was really baffled by it when we were told 35, 40 million pound. But for 24 million pound, I think that's a good deal.
It just doesn't make sense with the whole Martinez thing, does it though?
Yeah, but
I know that's done there. And
Go on, shoot.
Southampton, can they do something?
Hit
with
it.
this? No, they cannot.
don't it? I think the Martinez one, he wanted to leave.
good
But I think there was not a lot they were going to do. Yeah.
Come on, quick. Fire
Right,
it.
guys, I'm going to love you and leave you.
Robbie's off.
Take care.
Are you off to the Emirates right now? Or are you going on the stream?
Good luck to Southampton.
Thank you.
Sophie,
you can't even talk to me about money spent after this summer.
Sophie, it's always a pleasure to see you, as you know. Right. I'm not going to wish you luck because I know you were bantering me last week after Brentford. I saw it.
Am I presenting this champagne?
And I'm never going to wish Tottenham any luck either.
I don't need it.
Sorry?
Am I presenting this champagne at the end to whoever wins it?
Yeah.
There's a champagne up for grabs, guys.
My prediction.
Now I want to win more.
Thing is, it's still too long to go, man. United have got. You see, this is the thing. This is the thing about United, right? Where they were so good last season, it's the firepower that they have that they can bring off the bench. They can bring on Sancho, you know, and players like that. So.
Before you go, someone said Harley MCFC Odegaard is just a poor man's Kevin De Bruyne.
Everybody's.
I'll leave you with that.
So is everyone else.
I was going to slag him off, but I think De Bruyne is a decent player. Yeah.
I just thought I'd leave you with that happy thought.
Come on, Odegaard. Come on, you're awesome.
Hope you lose.
See ya.
I'll see you
Enjoy.
tomorrow. And of course, make sure you look at AFTV because they'll be covering the game as well afterwards. No Ben White, that's massive.
It is. I was looking forward to seeing Lukaku versus Ben White, to be fair.
Love that shout out. Patrick Mashkera said, Paul Manson Eriksson is Odegaard. You're so right. You're so right. I wish I would have had that one while he was still in the room, but I'll reiterate that one next time I see him.
Go on. Oh.
We haven't really created anything, have we?
No. I have to say United haven't looked at all good this second half.
Looked worse.
I think
we have.
Southampton have looked, strong and up for it, haven't they, second half so far?
Yeah, we've come out well, but, I can't help but be a cynic. I'm waiting for it to tail off, unfortunately. We'll see. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
The thing is, United can always pluck something, can't they? Out
Yeah.
of kind of thinner.
I'm just hoping that we get some kind of goal. I don't care if it's scrappy sooner rather than later, because I think we'll kick off from that.
Chance United in the box. Just not
falling for us, is it?
Just not falling for you in that final third today. But of course, we still haven't seen Jadon Sancho come on either.
Oh, that's
good
football.
Yes! Oh, there it is! There's
Greenwood.
the goal! Mason Greenwood with the equaliser. That was scrappy.
I'll take it.
You said you'd take it. It was scrappy. Mason Greenwood coming through with the goods.
Hopefully we can kick on from that now.
I think that's what you guys needed, didn't you?
Yeah, you can breathe a bit of relief now.
Yeah.
Pogba involved in Martial, to be fair.
Let's see who's got the assist on that.
I think it's
There's
Bruno.
a clever little pass from Pogba.
Nice little pass.
Oh, Bruno,
in
yeah,
there.
not Marsh, Bruno.
Oh, no, it was Pogba.
I'll take
He
it.
got a
There
little
we go.
touch on it. It's just so sloppy. He didn't even hit it well.
And I have to say that's completely against the run of play because Southampton have been by
We
far.
haven't been good at all, especially in the second half.
Yeah, by far the better team in the last
Just
10 minutes.
It just went through both of their legs.
Through its legs, isn't it?
What is?
Is Robbie still here? I hope
Look
he's
at the
still
goalkeeper. What is he
There.
doing?
There we go.
It's
Back the
poor.
other end, Southampton already on the break.
It's pathetic. He's just fallen to the floor and he's let it just go for his legs.
I have to say it's not the best. It's not the best
can't-
equaliser, but
Oh, so
take it.
annoying.
but still, still got a lot of time. Still got half an hour.
I'm just not surprised at all.
No, I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I have to say,
Greenwood again. Big season for Mason.
massive season. Good player. Really good player.
Shocking goalkeeping. Again,
It's kind of trickled in the end, didn't it?
Yep.
straight at him. Like couldn't have been any closer to him if it tried.
Actually, don't know why I celebrated Greenwood's goal.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought you
Actually,
did.
I gave a fist pump.
Thought you don't support anyone, Dave.
Good, Dave. I respect that.
Oh, you're good with it.
Lots of people blaming Robbie because he left. It was your good luck charm.
He came. Yes, Sancho. Come on. He came here to gloat, that's why. He knew that score was really when he walked in here.
He knew. He definitely knew.
He knew.
On comes Jadon Sancho in a moment, the one that we've all been waiting to see.
Yes.
Are you expecting goals from him today?
That would be nice. That would be nice. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to get too overhyped by him. I'm just wanting to impress.
Just see
I
how
feel
it goes.
relax and see how it goes. Yeah, I think so often we overhype players at United.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, obviously we paid a lot of money for Sancho and I'm sure he's going to be a fantastic addition to our squad. But yeah, I'm being patient with him. But
What's your thought about Anthony Martial? Because he does really, I feel like he's quite a topic of debate.
He's on the ball right now as we speak.
Right now, and he's off the ball again.
I call it, on my channel, I call him Anthony Partial because he's so in and out of games. I find it frustrating. He's got that special moment in him. We've seen him score some great goals and his link-up can be very, very good. But for me, he just doesn't get involved in the game enough. He doesn't make so many runs and yeah, I just want to see a hungry Martial.
Yeah.
He is a good player. Not consistent enough. I think that's the biggest thing really. But also he needs to run a games, doesn't he? So.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like he's coming off for Jadon Sancho.
Doesn't look too happy with it, does he?
That's the change that we've been waiting for. Any moment now coming on.
I'm excited to see Sancho.
Tom?
Yeah.
Making a change for you or not happening?
Well, at least we did. But I mean...
Has it helped you?
It's hard to say because obviously we conceded, but we looked better for it weirdly at the start. We were attacking better and we were getting at them better, and then we conceded. It's just, I don't. Two minds. I think it's just a goalkeeping error again. It's just soft. It's annoying. I wouldn't mind it if it was a good goal.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's just a soft
error.
one. It just makes it even worse.
I think you can also count the fact that it wasn't very good defensively.
No.
As well.
Yeah. True. But this doesn't help either now. I'd much rather Martial be playing than Sancho.
Absolutely. And now we see Jadon Sancho finally come on, and we're all very excited to see what he can do here. Did you feel like he impacted the game last week against Leeds, or?
Not really. The game he was already won, wasn't it? He didn't really have. I think he had one little shimmy, and the crowd obviously were cheering that. But he didn't really have a lot of time to do anything. I think it's more a case of him just getting on the pitch and just getting a feel for the atmosphere and whatnot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hopefully we get to see a bit more of him today.
See the Pogba-Sancho link-up, which I think everyone's
Go
excited.
on.
Nice from
Pogba.
Pogba. Oh, just wide.
Class from Pogba.
Wide.
That's so good.
Lovely feet there.
Well, if that went in, I'd have probably clapped.
God, you're a better fan than me. I'd never clap for an under.
Oh, that turn. Oh.
I have
he's
one.
so
Lovely.
good.
And it was when Van Persie scored against us when he went to Fenerbahce.
Oh,
and it was in Champions League and Van Persie scored against us and I remember the whole of Old Trafford applauding
so
him.
good.
That's the only time I've ever done that.
He hasn't really done much. He hasn't really had a very good game up until that point, Pogba, apart from
He was involved in the goal, to be fair.
apart from his playing his part of the goal, yeah.
Trooper Charlie said sell Martial tomorrow. Would you sell Martial tomorrow?
Depends how much you get.
It depends how much we get for him, and also I think we've got to be realistic. Talks are that we want Haaland next summer. Realistically, if we do get Haaland, is Martial going to feature? Not so much you'd think. He ain't going to be set on second fiddle, is he? I don't know, it depends. Like I say, it depends on it, how much money you could get for him. And if, for now, obviously with Cavani not being fully fit as well, I think we need Martial.
Yeah. Okay.
But long run, I hope Martial turns it around at United. I think this season is make or break for him, being brutally honest.
Chris Wolf said Martial at Barca plus 45 million for Frankie de Jong and United would have one of the best midfielders in Europe.
So if it was a point where we're improving our midfield and we have to sacrifice Martial, I would do that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Barca would be ridiculous to do that though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Barca got no money though, to be fair.
Yeah,
No,
true.
they've got no money.
True that.
Che Adams with a little injury, just having some treatment. Wayne Hale said Southampton needs to do something soon as this game is quickly getting away from them.
Yeah, it is.
Is that a Pogba assist?
Yeah, I think he got something on it. Just look at that.
Oh,
What is he doing? He's just fallen to the floor and looked like he just tried to
Celebration.
knee it away. Just awful.
Great comment said, I think City will drop off a bit this season and Liverpool will come back strong. Do you think Liverpool are title contenders?
yeah, I think they have to be, don't they? I think obviously Van Dijk coming back as well. Like we all know how much they missed him last season. I think look, they haven't really played anyone yet, have they? And I'm not discrediting Burnley or Norwich, but I think tougher games to come for Liverpool, but they've had a good start to the season. And Van Dijk looks like he hasn't missed a beat, which is horrible to see.
It is horrible to see. Assists most this season, Paul Pogba with 5 assists this season, Mohamed Salah with 2, Pascal Gross 2, Gabriel Jesus 2. It's interesting Gabriel Jesus popping up in that because, you know, people act like Manchester City don't have any type of striker and there's a famine in that position. But they actually do have a striker in Gabriel Jesus. Do you think that he's, I know obviously you may be a bit biased because of the Manchester situation, but do you ever look at him and think I rate him as a player?
I don't know if he's a bit overrated, and I might be controversial here, and I'm not even I'm talking from a football fan, not even from a United fan's point of view. Obviously he came to City with, he was obviously young, but a lot of hype around him. I think even like the likes of Ronaldo and Ronaldinho bigged him up and said something about him, saying that he's like a wonder kid from Brazil. I don't know if I prefer to see him out wide than more than that central. I don't know if he's an out and out number 9. Obviously I know he wears that, but
he played there yesterday, didn't he? He played like
it seems to suit him a bit more, I think. He's obviously a good player, but
I think that's just Pep tinkering with where he can try and fit everyone. You know, he's never really got the
I think he's a bit overrated. I think that's the word I'd use. I think he's a bit overrated. He's still a very good player, don't get me wrong, but I do think he's a bit overrated.
It's one of them will play well against the bad teams, and then in the big games he won't.
He's not going to consistently score your goals, I don't think.
Would you take him at Southampton?
Probably, yeah. I think so, I would, yeah.
I think you definitely would.
Yeah.
I think there's no doubt about that. Lots of people saying Haaland going to Madrid. What are you talking about? I think that it's very open as to who he's going to.
It is very open, definitely. I'm just saying that on rumours.
Absolutely. I think Manchester City will be another club that are very much in for him, especially if they don't get Harry Kane.
I was going to say, depending on Kane, yeah.
I
think it's vice versa. I think if we don't get Haaland, I think Harry Kane is another realistic option that we might look at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's a secret that a centre forward is what we're going to look for next summer. But then where does that leave Martial?
Imagine if you ended up getting Harry Kane next summer, what a kick in the teeth that would be to Manchester City.
Yeah.
And if Haaland ended up going to Real Madrid.
Yeah. Haaland would be my preferred choice.
But again, would you be happy playing, I know obviously the cost will be reduced next summer because he'll be 29 with only 2 years left, but would you be happy, say, spending 70 million on Harry Kane?
I would like, if we couldn't get Haaland, of course I would like Harry Kane. I think he's a quality striker.
Oh no, what a pass that is.
Pass, United chance here to make it 2. Oh, and just over the top of the goal. Another chance for Mason Greenwood.
Yeah. Sancho's first little touch as well. I think that was just slightly overhit, wasn't it, from Shaw? It was almost a great ball. Just slightly overhit, yeah. What's your thoughts on, like, obviously if you get rid of Kane, what do you see happening in terms of your centre forward?
At this point, I'm concerned because obviously if we give in this late in the window, I honestly don't know.
Because you were linked, was it Martinez from?
Yeah, Lautaro Martinez, but Inter have said, you know, they're not selling at this moment in time. They've really done the business they need to do with their monetary issues. So I think for me, it's no doubt in my mind at this point, Harry Kane stays. You know, with a week left, pretty much. I think that it gives us time, knowing that he's going to go next year anyway, that we were happy for him to go and gives us time to prepare. And also, chance right there for Fernandes.
I think McCarthy just saved that header.
Did he hit the post? I don't know what happened.
I think he tipped it onto the post. If he has, that's unbelievable.
Let's have a look at that again.
Good from Wan-Bissaka.
Nice ball in.
Did he save that or did it hit the post? I don't even know.
I think he hit the post, you know. Oh no, saved it.
It was a decent save.
Questionable what's going on right there in the box.
Did you see Mina doing that yesterday, protecting the ball when he was like lying on it?
Yeah.
Questionable. I think that it's too late now. I think I just don't see how Spurs would recover from it. Plus, going into this season, new manager. I say limited European football. If we call the Conference League anything to go by, so I think that it's so imperative that he stays. Help try and get Spurs back to where they could be in terms of competing for Champions League football. And then go from there next season.
How's that not a foul?
Obviously, I read when the rumours are rife about Harry Kane saying he could come to United and whatnot, a lot of people are saying offer Spurs Tony Martial, obviously, with some money.
No, I wouldn't have taken him.
Would you take Martial?
Oh, you don't swap Martial for Harry Kane?
No,
I'd be happy with
I could never see that happening. But I was just wondering, would you like Martial at Spurs?
No.
No.
Not particularly.
No.
No, not particularly. I think that when, if it's to do with the Spurs thing, you have to have someone that is, you're guaranteed every single week.
Yeah.
And if not, then, yeah.
Just to let you know, they've zoomed into Harry Kane's face on the top.
15 times?
Yeah.
How's he looking? Happy to be there?
Sad.
Apparently we're getting battered. I don't know how true that is.
No.
Less?
Also being on the front foot in the second half.
We've kind of got control now, haven't we?
Yeah, I think that since that goal, absolutely. If you give me COVID, I swear to God, I will hunt you down
I
and
haven't
kill you.
got
I'm going
COVID,
away
so-
in 4 days, Tom.
Oh, where you going?
Yeah.
It's not a symptom.
Sneezing, better not be. Sneezing next to me for the last hour and a half.
You must have some.
I just have allergies.
London.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. If I end up with COVID from Tom,
It was probably.
One of my clients is in Southampton. I love the area in Southampton. I think it's very good.
It is. It's a different ball game.
Sea area.
Yeah.
sea air. Did you drive up today?
Again.
No, I got the train,
Oh, nice. You
but
heading straight back?
I stepped on it and sneezed.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
He stepped on the train and he started sneezing.
Go on.
You're overplaying it a bit. I do feel a bit sorry for Lindelof, I have to be honest as well. He must be thinking, Varane's on the bench.
Varane's going to come and
How
take
many
my
more
spot.
times am I going to be starting?
Wayne Francis said Haaland won't go United because of Roy Keane and Haaland's dad.
Obviously, I think the thing about Haaland is his agent as well. The whole Pogba situation, Riola as well.
Yeah, Riola. Do you think
True.
it'll end up being
That's a
City
good
or someone
point.
like that?
That's a good
I hope
point.
it, obviously Ollie's worked with him in the past, so I'd love it. I'm not writing Haaland off
Oh.
coming to United, but at the same time next summer, like as already mentioned, there's going to be a lot of clubs, big clubs interested in him. So
a good question here from Ali A, who said, who is one of the best youngsters? Greenwood, Saka, Foden or Harvey Elliott?
I think they all look fantastic, but Foden I think is the
That's a
standout
dive,
one.
by the way.
Yeah.
Foden is, and I hate to say it, but
That
Foden
was.
I think is one of the most entertaining players to watch on his day.
Has he just
But
tried
Greenwood-
to slip Harvey Elliott in there? About
Yeah,
anyone
he
tried to
noticing?
slip
Harvey
Harvey
Elliott's played
Elliott
on one
in
game, yeah.
Yeah, he must be a Liverpool fan.
To be fair though, I do think he had a decent game
He did.
yesterday.
He had a really
Unless
good
it hurts
game.
me
But
to
I
say
don't think you can put him,
Yeah,
in the Foden category.
Steady on a little bit.
Absolutely, can't put him in there.
But yeah, in terms of Saka, Foden and Greenwood, I think they're all very exciting talents. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this season is a big one for all three of them, really.
Foden for me.
Foden
I
is
love
the
watching him.
standout.
Good.
Oh,
I think that's like optical illusion.
that
That looks
looks
like
like
it's
an
travelling.
illusion to where I was going.
She's used to seeing Greenwood kick the ball in there, that's why.
Yeah.
20 minutes left. Diallo's coming on now for Gineppo.
You happy to see him come on?
Harzan Hootel's waistcoat's come off. Does that mean he means business?
It's
Oh, it
stripping
has.
off.
Traore just missed the
One and one.
goals already.
Shock. Traore can never hit the target. But yeah, I'm happy to see Gineppo going off.
It's been a quiet game for him, really, isn't it?
If we're going down to a 3, I'm happy with Diallo because he's a CDM. He's decent. He's young. Played a lot last year because Romeo was injured. So, and them 3, Ward-Prowse, Romeo, and Diallo don't really play together as a 3, to be honest. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see them play together.
Was Walcott your favourite player?
Thank God. But what I am happy about is the fact that we've made changes early on today.
To be fair,
Oh.
I'm glad that I know Sancho hasn't done a lot yet, but I'm glad we got him on earlier as well.
Yeah. And it's refreshing to see as a Saints fan because they normally
Oh dear.
wait so long.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, let's get another one.
Do you think you've done enough to win the game?
I think the last 5 minutes or so, well, probably since we scored, to be fair, I think we've got control. I think if we keep this up, but on the counter attack, who?
What happened, Dave?
Son and Bergwijn just missed 2, got hit, saved twice.
Double save.
Yeah, I think it's been a pretty even game, to be fair.
That game's going to go 1-1. Just know it.
This-
Bergwijn's looking good though.
I bet Nuno got a good
He
reception.
missed a chance
there,
before, didn't he? Someone said.
I feel like with this game, both teams deserve a point.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's been pretty equal.
It's a fair result, I think.
I just feel like we've kind of grown into it. The last 5-10 minutes, I feel like we've had control.
There was a very good shout in here from Craig Smith, who also said in the youngster debate, Harvey Barnes. I think Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes is a great player.
Yeah,
great player.
He's got much more of a shout than Harvey Elliott does.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
I'd agree
obviously
with
just signed that new deal as well at Leicester. I think he's a very, very good shout.
Yeah,
He's not on the level as the others.
It's mad. It's so good, their recruitment. When you think, we always say, anyone you ever speak to says about how much everyone loves Leicester.
Yeah.
And how well run they are, of course. But yeah, absolutely, their recruitment is just incredible.
Even like Vestergaard, lost Fofana and not long after they've signed another.
What I did find funny though is they signed Bertrand and Vestergaard from us, which are 2 of the 4 defenders that they beat us 9-0 with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I think it's more. Have they started so far? Either of them.
Bertrand started
played
both the first game, I'm pretty sure, and he started the Community Shield final, I think.
Brendan Rodgers is a great manager, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a great manager. But again, in my opinion, there has to be questions asked that, for the last 2 seasons, he has been in the top 4 up until the last few games, and they haven't managed to go over the line. So I think that if he doesn't make it this year again, I think there does have to be questions asked as to why that is, when he has had the reinforcements this year as well to go and improve the squad, I think.
Yeah.
You've got players like Ian Ashall there as well, who's last season was quality for them.
Go on.
So
Come on, move it. What is that? Come on.
Let's say United draw this today, or they don't win the game. Are you disappointed after seeing last week?
Of course, yeah.
What?
But at the same time, I think a lot of people say last week it's the first game of the season. Like, back there with the fans, not every game's not going to be like that. There's no easy game in the Premier League, regardless of who you're playing. Like, you could have an off game, and do you know what I mean? You just can't underestimate any team. And that's how I feel about Southampton. Even though I've got a fantastic record against them, obviously, I just feel like it's never an easy game for whatever reason. Look at this, they're in now. Great save by De Gea. Maguire, sloppy, just giving it away.
Good save. I'm not loving that kit.
No.
Look, keep.
Not loving that.
We all seem to have the same.
Looks like a gecko. Not loving that.
Great
chance. That's a poor finish, that.
He's
had a great chance there, anywhere but at him.
Good reaction, save.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
He read it very well.
Should be losing.
That's so annoying. No, it's...
Has to kind of do better than that, isn't it?
I hate to say it, but Ings would have scored that.
Oh, 100%
Do you know what I
Danny Ings
mean?
would have scored that. As I said earlier, I think that's what Southampton are missing, the threat up front, that teams would see in that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see.
Literally in our own box, what are we doing?
Let's have a look and see what the lineup is for the Arsenal-Chelsea game. That's just come out now. Okay.
We'll leave it to those guys downstairs.
I'm just having a quick look and see what's going on.
Pepe's up front.
Is he? Lukaku starting?
Lukaku is starting up front.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll run through it while it's here, just to give you the team. So the team to play Chelsea for Arsenal: Leno, Suarez, Holding, Mari, Tierney, Lokonga, Xhaka, Pepe, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Saka. And Chelsea team to start is Mendy, Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, James, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku.
Wow.
And the rest.
Go on! Oh!
What are we doing?
Again, a huge chance for Southampton, just can't put it in the back of the net.
We do not look convincing at the back.
There's definitely another goal in this game. Definitely another goal.
We should be losing.
You should be. Are you disappointed with your second half?
I'm disappointed, but I'm also grateful at the fact that we're not losing and we're in this game still.
After that, after those 2 chances there, look.
Oh my God, is that the same? It's the same player.
Armstrong again. Look, he's just got to nod it in. Look.
God.
The only thing I think is Matic's foot has put him off a bit there, but
it's harder than it looks. But
Harry Kane has come on for Spurs.
Wow.
For Son.
I wonder what the reaction's been for that.
For Son?
What's Son?
Oh, Fred's come off. McTominay on.
I would love to see what's going on right now. Anyone who's looking at that game, please tell me what the reaction was like in the chats, please.
Come on then.
So sloppy on
You
the
look
ball.
like us. We look like
shocking.
we look like our team just swapped. Beat him. Go on, ref.
Surely that's a foul.
He's got to be carded.
Surely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Silly foul as well.
It's the passing though. Wan-Bissaka just sloppy.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's.
What's he doing?
What do you think about him?
But we've done that across the back for all game.
Yeah.
No, that's a silly challenge.
Hopefully Ward-Prowse can gain a yard here and be on that sort of line. Yeah, what do you think about Wan-Bissaka?
On the ball, he does stuff like that too much for me.
Yeah.
Gives it away. Defensively, 1v1, no one really beats him. His quality.
No.
but
But
on
just
the
going
ball-
forward.
Roy Keane was saying something interesting the other day about how, like,
We were linked with Trippier, and I would have liked that signing, genuinely.
I don't think Wan-Bissaka's like, he is good and he's young, but he's not like.
I have to say, from watching Kieran Trippier for many a year,
Yeah.
you would have been disappointed with the defensive side. But I have to say, actually, with him being at Atletico, that hopefully would have improved.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Because going forward, he was always pretty good, balls in the box.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just was defensively at Spurs. But
Yeah.
you'd think under being under Simeone,
Yeah.
he would have actually improved that side of the
Yeah,
game.
100%.
In a defensive team.
But it's just a lot of money for. He's 30, isn't he? 30-year-old.
Yeah, and obviously it's interesting to see what happens with the Wan-Bissaka and if Trippier did come in. Like, is it going to be a case where on the other side we brought Tellers in and obviously Luke Shaw got much better?
What do you
Is
think
that
of
gonna happen?
Alex Tellers?
Not really seen a lot of him to make a judgment, to be fair. Obviously he's a very good player, but Luke Shaw is just undroppable, isn't he? At the minute? It's just,
Especially after the Euros he had.
yeah.
Come on, James.
Southampton have found their
Danger.
second win from Wayne Hale. You're absolutely correct.
Come on.
Time to hit one, Ward-Prowse. I'd like to see a good free kick today. No offence. At your expense.
Come on, the boys. They're not having someone led down behind it, interestingly.
No one laying down.
I kind of
I
agree
mean, he
with what you
doesn't
said
tend to go
earlier.
under, does he, Ward-Prowse? No.
Like the distance as well. Not many people go
He's
under
so
from that
far
distance.
Not really. Oh,
what
He's caught that. He's got lucky there with
Why
that.
did he punch that?
Well then, Pogba.
Go on, James, get there.
working hard to try and get back. Had to take that, didn't he? Foul for Manchester United.
Why did he punch that?
I
thought
don't
he
know. I
caught
thought
that,
he would
didn't
have
he?
caught that.
You look at it, bounced out to Pogba.
What do you reckon? Should you bring Nathan Redmond on?
I wouldn't go for Redmond. I'd get Teller on instead.
You go for him now with a
Yeah,
bit
I
of
think
pace.
so. Yeah, I'd probably bring him on for maybe either Armstrong after he's missed a couple of chances. He's bring on Walker Peters.
yeah.
Fair enough. Is he bringing off Perraud? Yeah. I mean, it's at this point now, a draw will be all right, wouldn't it? I suppose.
I'd rather have a draw than a loss, obviously. But
Yeah.
I think a draw will probably be a fair result. But actually, I'd lean more towards say Southampton will be a bit hard done by with that.
I think if we grab it at the end now,
I think overall,
we've got lucky, definitely.
Overall, I think we've been slightly better
Yeah.
after the last 5 minutes.
We've
anyway.
not played well at all.
No. After what we saw last week, I'm very surprised of how
It's been so
bad
sloppy
you've been,
on the
to be
ball.
honest.
Yeah, it's so sloppy.
Yeah.
I mean, Maguire's given it away several times. Fred has, obviously. Wan-Bissaka.
Luke Shaw hasn't been his normal self. It's been the whole team. But then, you've got the ability to just go and nick it though.
Sancho's been quiet since he's come on as well.
Yeah.
I think you have to give Southampton a bit of credit as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that though.
I think they deserve so much credit for the way they've played this afternoon. They've I think taken the game to United, especially in the second half. They've really not given up after after the
Corner.
equaliser as well.
That's a corner. Nice.
And even there, we've scored and you're the ones who are pushing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Since the equaliser, I think you've actually looked very good.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to turn around. I'm shocked, to be honest. We don't, this is new territory for us. Come on.
Big opportunity for Southampton here. Ball into the box. No one on the end of it.
I do.
So let's do one counter attack where every pass just links. Nothing is really clicked today.
What do you think about Scott McTominay?
I like him.
You like McTominay?
I do like him. He's not. I don't think he's like a glamorous player, but I think in there, like his driving runs through the middle, his physical presence as well.
Would you rather see? Who would you actually? Who would you pair him with?
Who would I pair him with?
Yeah.
I would rather see probably McTominay and Pogba like we're seeing now. But I am obviously, I know that in probably tougher games, Pogba probably isn't disciplined enough to be a CDM.
Yeah.
And
also,
also
I
why
think
puts Fred in there. But
yeah. But
Yeah.
would you want Pogba playing that role? Because
no, Pogba, I think it'd be more the box to box, more of an 8, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Like, not like a set 2. I'd rather see that. That's
you
why
want him to have
I
the
think we
freedom.
want
Yeah.
an out-and-out CDM, so we could just have one CDM, and then
Oh,
that
well.
gives more free rein for the other midfielders. At the minute, I think we're too restricted with the 2, because Ollie doesn't trust that we've got a secure enough player to do
I
that
think
job.
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point completely.
But to be fair, Pogba playing from the left, I mean, today hasn't been his best game, but he's been really effective playing it on that left-hand side, I have to be
Oh,
honest.
that's class.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Nice.
Matic again.
Matic has been horrible.
Yeah, awful. We've been horrible,
He's
to be
been
fair.
shocking. Yeah, true.
Southampton's still got the ball. Still moving
in
forward.
and around our own box, we're just taking too many risks.
It's funny. It looks like we're playing it against ourselves.
How you'd usually set
Yeah.
up sloppy and
Yeah,
slow.
exactly.
Been so sloppy.
Is this, when you see games like this, I know it's very early in the season to tell, but when you see performances like this, is this why you feel you're maybe not ready to win the league?
Yeah, consistency. But the bizarre thing is our away form has been consistent. Like our away form has been very, very good.
Yeah, and especially
But
when
you
you were
never
one
know.
away, you were one away today.
You never know what United's going to turn up, and I think that's the frustrating thing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, does that come down to mentality? The fact that Southampton have come at us today, and maybe we've been a bit complacent. Who knows?
Jadon Sancho hasn't really done much.
Not done a lot. Hopefully, he does something now, but no, he's
Here
not
he
done
goes.
anything yet.
So, but
Unlucky there.
Greenwood obviously
Unlucky
scoring again. I think Greenwood's probably been one of our better players. to be
I agree.
fair.
I think he's probably been your best player
Yeah,
today.
I'd agree with that.
on comes Lingard.
This is the role I think Lingard will get this season. Then.
But I think that if you probably asked Lingard, would you rather play the bit part?
Is he going to get into the England squad by being a bit
No,
part
and
player?
I think if I was him, I'd be pushing a move through to try and leave.
I'd absolutely love Lingard at Saints. Then again, he wouldn't really fit in a 4-4-2, but still love him.
I think that he
He
should.
did
He should
fantastic
be
well at
looking
West Ham.
to- He really did, and that was what it completely revitalised
He
his
almost got
career.
into that England squad, didn't he? So-
Absolutely, and he was again. It was one of those tough choices that he probably should have been in it based on form over that past 6 months.
Yeah.
But that's why for me, I think he's got to move away from Manchester United because you don't want to be having the last 7 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
You know, to come on and try and prove yourself, you need
Exactly.
time, and I think he did that very, very well at West Ham last year.
Go on, play him in behind.
Amal Mahotra said a better team would have beat United
Definitely.
4-1 in this game.
Definitely.
Oh yeah,
I guess if you could have taken your chances.
yeah.
I'd agree with
I'm
that.
a bit annoyed. I went out on I risked it and called the 2-1 win as well before the game.
You did.
So if we took that chance, might have been right somehow.
It's not over yet. It's not over
There's
yet.
still time, isn't
There is
No,
still
it's true.
time.
there? Both of our predictions are still on, but mine's less likely.
This is less likely. Dave, how's it looking at Molineux?
Just a shot there. All right. Not too bad.
How's Harry Kane looked since coming on?
Mixed.
Slow?
Mixed. We'll say mixed.
Mixed. What does mixed mean?
Mixed means mixed.
Not so good
I'm
then.
not sure what that means.
I wonder what the
Has he-
response was from the Spurs fans when Kane.
I'm really, really interested to know what the response was from the Spurs fans. Apparently Wolves have been all over them. I'm not really surprised.
That's our ball. That's our ball.
Again,
Yes.
just Defensive errors, sloppiness.
How long's left, Dave?
It's just a thing about 2 minutes behind this match.
Okay.
Behind Southampton.
Yeah.
I hope there's not much added time. Come on, let's nick it. Come on.
So much disrespect. Someone could imagine being so desperate you go for Lingard. That's so disrespectful for Jesse Lingard. Great ball in the box. No, I think that's your most frustrating thing, isn't it? When you think if you had Danny Ings today, what the score could have been.
Yeah, well, it's that one chance, isn't it? It's that one chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a tap-in, essentially.
You've had more possession than us as well in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't believe how much better we've been in the second half. We've been the better team.
De Gea 10 United fan said Van der Beek has to leave United now. They're obviously just not going to use him.
Well, yeah, why has he not been brought on?
Why not bring on that bit of creativity that you clearly have been missing?
That's what I mean. I just don't think he's an Ollie player.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he just doesn't
fancy him. Wayne Howe said Diallo has impressed me. He's dictated the play since he came on. He looks all right.
Yeah, he is all right. He's okay. He's good. I think he's better when we have the ball. I think because playing with a free, he looks better. But our three in there, they're all very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Romeo back though is a massive plus for us. The amount of times he wins the ball back for us is ridiculous.
Yeah, like static we are.
But he makes
really
look,
static.
Yeah,
really static. Jack Smith said, honestly, United squad is good, but I think Ollie is the weak link. Please keep him low. I assume you're obviously not a United fan, Jack. Blue Lion King, Man United will be trophyless again this season.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully not. They don't deserve it.
Keep up, please.
There we go. Not too long left. Not too long left, Tom.
Please give us just 1 minute of stoppage time, I beg. That was good from Greenwood.
Coin Toss said, I would still be surprised if United don't win this game. You know how United are, they can always come through with a late goal, can't they?
Fergie time.
Fergie time, you're right, Fergie time.
Go on. But yeah, I think United have just looked a bit
flat.
I don't know. How much can you blame on Ollie at this stage?
The sloppy passes that we've been making, you can't blame Ollie for that.
Do you expect Varane to start next game?
Yeah, I do.
I think man for man, you haven't been very good.
We have not been at it today at all.
No.
Kachina Carola said, Saints fans, please take Origi from us, from a Liverpool fan. Would you be happy with Divock Origi?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
He's not that bad, but like, he doesn't really play, does he?
No.
I haven't seen enough of him.
No, Champions League final winner, scored a goal in the Champions League semi-final and final.
Not for me.
Could do a job for you, no?
Maybe. I don't know. We've not really seen him play up front, have we? Recently, he normally gets.
He doesn't get a lot of games.
If he gets brang on, he gets shoved out wide, doesn't he? And that's it. That's all he's got. So
another set piece.
Maybe.
Aikash Jawandan said, no matter how many statement signings we make, if we don't know how to use them, other Prem clubs won't be afraid of us. I think that's towards you guys.
That lack of consistency, isn't it? Like, that fear factor kind of disappears when you're not playing consistently well.
Absolutely.
That just sums us up, that pass from Luke Shaw there.
Scampy Malon said, United missed Cavani coming on to change up the game and the movement up top. I think that's a fair point, giving you something fresh.
I think Greenwood's been their best player, though, to be fair. He's the only one that's looked sharp, I think.
I think that's probably quite right.
Pogba in moments as well. What a challenge that is, by the way.
Great challenge and won that back.
That is unbelievable. Give him a ticket.
And that's a foul there. It was Paul.
Oh, Che Adams, you beauty.
And that's a booking for Paul Pogba's.
5 minutes.
Quite frustrated. 5 minutes added
Where
time.
did he come from?
It's right. Keep calm. We've got this. We've got this, Southampton. Coin toss says Shaqiri would be decent at Southampton. Would you be happy to have a Shaqiri?
Yeah, I'll take Shaqiri, yeah.
How old is Shaqiri?
I was going to say Shaqiri's quite old though, no?
I don't know.
He was getting on at Stoke, wasn't he? It's fine.
He just looks old as well.
yeah.
Origi is a clutch player, but he won't be your 10-plus goal a season striker.
Yeah.
That's from Mr. Cop 11.
Yeah.
Lots of people saying
right.
people feel really bad for Donny van de Beek. # free Donny is going now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't understand why he's not being brought on. I was thinking that when I saw
I wonder if Donny's
McTominay walking.
he's in a
warming
similar
up.
boat to like Lingard is, and like he's probably a decent Premier League player, but maybe not a Man United player.
I think so. We haven't even seen enough of him to make that judgment.
Yeah,
now.
but maybe Ollie has in training.
Yeah, of course, yeah, no from training. But
Stats on Livramento there. Man of the match, 6 interceptions, 17 sprints, top speed 33.6, ranking first at the club. He's been pretty good since coming in.
Oh, so
I know
good.
you like Kyle Walker-Peters, but is that a case that maybe you played him more further forward?
Yeah.
Maybe something in midfield?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we brang on Walker-Peters as a left back. That's, he's done all right there. So from last game and this game, Livermento's been class. Can't argue with that at all. I think we've got him like 4 or 5 year contract, which is good. I'm just a bit annoyed that Chelsea have a buyback clause, which is a bit annoying. But,
I think the way I see this, and this is probably really controversial to say, but if we get out of this with a draw, you have to count ourselves lucky.
Yeah,
because
and I think unfortunately unlucky for Southampton.
Yeah,
especially.
And
yeah,
Charles,
it's good to say that after the opening we had last week, but that's the reality of it.
I'll
We're
still
lucky.
take it though.
Yeah. Greenwood's been the best for us, but can't deny Cavani's experience would have made a difference.
Of course, yeah.
Kieran Stevens said Donny come to Arsenal. I don't think he wants to, but yeah.
Classic Arsenal signing, that is.
But I think Donny van de Beek's a great player.
Yeah.
I do. Arkash Jamwal said Southampton could try Eddie Nketiah on loan. Do you fancy that?
I don't mind. I used to really like Nketiah, and then the more I saw of him, the more I saw him not scoring goals and stuff, and I was
passes
like,
have been awful.
Just looked off the ball, completely off of it today.
Completely off.
WWE fan said, I don't see Ollie being manager this time next year. We won't win anything while he's manager. I think if you had someone like Zidane there, I think that you probably have a lot more confidence in actually creating and winning something.
Yeah, but at the same time, I do think some of the passes that we have played today.
That you
that's
can't
not
be
on
held.
Ollie.
It's not on Ollie.
That's not on
It's
Ollie.
absolutely not.
decision making as well, like playing a 50-yard pass there in that situation is probably not it.
Wayne Hale said you have to credit the Southampton midfield. They work their socks off, and we can all agree on that. Absolutely, I think Southampton have been great today. I really do.
Yeah, I think one of the things for that as well is the fact that, like we was talking about before, in the second half, brung off Walcott.
Yeah.
Straight away. And
yeah,
then
you've been better since Walcott.
brung on that extra defender, Bednarek. And although we conceded a goal, we've just looked better. So that's what happens when a manager changes it.
Yep.
It's what we wanted. It's what me and many other Saints fans have wanted for a long time.
Brian,
that we just changed something, just was proactive for
Brian
once.
said, would you want Amad Diallo on loan?
I watched
He's looking to go to
Good
Sheffield,
question.
isn't he?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I saw maybe Palace were interested in him as well, I think.
I think alone would be. I mean, I want to see him a bit more in the first team, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
I think I watched him play that one game. He looked really good, but I think that was it.
yeah, he just looked very. He obviously played against Wolves last game of the season last year. Looked really sharp.
Yeah, I haven't
Played in the
seen
Europa
any
League
more
a
than
few
that.
times. Scored a good goal, didn't he?
Yeah. Come on. Go on, let's get one now. Good Ed. Oh no, don't want a head injury now. Oh, we may just
Man U
have to-
owners take the blame for Ollie's failures. I hope Ollie stays for Liverpool. Love, a Liverpool fan. Tom, do you think the Saints have used all their money from the sales of Van Dijk, Mane and so on properly? That's a very good question.
No.
You don't think
It's
they
gone
have?
straight into the owner's back pocket.
Is that how you
Yeah.
feel?
It's not been used properly whatsoever. It's not been invested in the right way. It's not been invested like ambitiously to push forward. But yeah, it could have been invested better. But then if we're going to invest it, reinvest it. We might as well have not sold them in the first place. So it depends depends what the owners want to do with the club. I mean, I'd much rather us be more. I'd much rather us keep our players and actually try
Kelechi is in the building. All the AFTV lot have now arrived. They're getting ready for you on that stream. He's looking very, very happy. That's pre-kickoff, that's why he's happy. Last few seconds here at Southampton. And
Yes!
it's all over. And
Come on!
That is a good result for Southampton, and I think you should have probably won that.
We're lucky with that.
That is really lucky.
Result.
Sophie,
It is, yeah.
really, really lucky.
Result.
When we scored, I was thinking, we're going to push on now and we'll probably turn it be 3-1, 2-1, 3-1. And we just never kicked on. We were just so off the pace. Passing was dreadful. Greenwood, I think, was our best player on the day, and obviously got a goal.
Yeah.
We're lucky with a draw. And it hurts to say that, but I think we were lucky to get that point at the end of the day.
At the races today, really well.
No.
And actually, the first kind of 10 minutes or so, you looked the better team.
Yeah.
Had those chances as well early doors.
When we had those few chances, obviously you feared the worst for Southampton, but we just weren't at it.
Yeah.
Weren't at
Absolutely.
it.
Right, before we get back to this, let's just go to Dave quickly for some stats.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're not ready for Dave yet. Okay, we'll carry on. Jadon Sancho, again, I don't feel like he did anything at all when coming on today.
No, but in all fairness to him, he coming on to a really difficult game where we're just not at it. We weren't playing well.
Yeah.
But he was coming on. He had quite a lot of time. He came on. He had
he had
half an hour
time.
to kind of do something. And that game at Molineux is still going on. There must
Still
only
late.
be how much longer is left, Dave?
It's just literally a few minutes left.
A few minutes. Still
just,
minutes.
We're just 2 minutes literally left on my screen here. 2 minutes left on my screen.
Still going on. No, we're good. We're good.
Winks have just he's just come on for
dear.
Bergwijn.
Oh dear.
So it's a little bit of a late kickoff.
Oh dear. Okay, we'll just hope with bated breath. Lots of people saying United in a title race, do me a favour, not playing like that. Great result for Southampton. Lots of people saying Ollie out. They weren't saying that last week. They weren't saying that last week. Bob Jr. said, not sure what the obsession of Ollie in is. He's basically a rich man's Arteta. Players carried him to second. No top manager would play McFred. If United have any ambition to finish top, they need him out.
He didn't play McFred today.
He didn't play McFred today at all.
But who does he play instead of McTominay and Fred?
He played Matic, didn't he?
He played Matic today.
Yeah.
And
The questions I had today was not over that really. It was over the Sancho not starting. Like I would have started Sancho personally, but look, like some of the passing today, like I said, a goal we conceded, that's not down to Ollie. That's down to us just not being at it. At the end of the day, for whatever reason, we just weren't at it today.
Absolutely. Whenever Ollie's wheels go flat, the owners pump more money in to reinflate till it goes flat again. Well, the fan base realise it's not always the owner's fault. Do you see anything in that?
I'm Glazers out. I'm openly Glazers out. But look, in terms of Ollie in, Ollie out, I don't get like you said last week when we battered Leeds 5-1. I'm sure the Ollie out chants were a lot quieter. It just seems to be like very reactionary from the fan base, and I find it frustrating. Don't get me wrong. I think if Ollie doesn't quit it this season, then he'll be in trouble. I'm not saying that because obviously he spent money, and I do think a trophy. But after this, like I say, we're looking to get a point, but we've got a point at the end of the day, and we have to build on that. We weren't good enough, but we have got the likes of Varane to come into this. And Sancho, obviously, and I have no doubt they'll make us better. Cavani, I think we missed as well as a focal point today.
You've still got things to come. Some people saying it's not Ollie's fault. They're going in on the chat. Lots of people saying Ollie out and they're going it's not Ollie's fault today. Is he to blame at all for today?
I would have started Sancho.
Okay.
Whether that would have made a lot of difference, I don't know, but I personally would have started him. In terms, obviously, McTominay apparently had a knock, which is why I went with Matic. It is what it is. I think it just proves that we need to buy another midfielder. I think it just proves that we need to sign a midfielder, and that's what we've been crying out for.
For sure.
Okay. Dave, you got stats ready yet?
Yes, I do. So overall, across the two matches, we are looking at Southampton, Man United, and Wolves versus Tottenham. Let's round up the Man United match first. 1-1 between Southampton and Man United. Possession-wise, Man United did dominate. I feel Paul Pogba was the main pivotal person in the midfield. Obviously, gave the assist to Greenwood to slot it past. Total shots, Man United 14 with only 4 on target, so maybe just a bit more clinical on that, and maybe they could have got the win there. Fouls overall 11-8 for Southampton. Passing percentages 80%, and like I said, I think Paul Pogba was main instrumental in that, keeping high pass accuracy across the match. Corner 7-7 and 2 offsides, not a single offside from Southampton, so maybe they didn't actually push the boat a little bit more on the lines. So it has finished. Wolves 0, Tottenham 1. Abby's really happy about that, I could tell.
There was never any doubt, Dave.
Yeah, if we're looking at the Wolves stats, which we don't have on the screen, but I can tell you here, Wolves did outplay Tottenham across pretty much the whole match. 25 shots across the whole match. 4 Wolves, 8 for Tottenham, and a single goal from Tottenham from the one and only Dele Alli. And Harry Kane did come on, just to let everybody know as well. So, Abby, I'm sure you're happy about that.
They had 25 shots on goal.
Yeah, Wolves. They didn't have it on target, 6 on target, but Wolves were outrunning Tottenham throughout the whole match.
They
And
absolutely battered us.
maybe a Nuno masterclass in that one. Maybe a Nuno masterclass. Who knows?
I'll have to check in and see what everyone's saying on that on Spurs Twitter
knows?
after this. But very happy win's a win for Spurs. I'm very, very happy. Scampy Malon says Sophie is spot on. CDM who can play a killer ball is needed. Fred wasted far too much time. Still, everyone's still going on about Ollie out. Pogba should go to PSG. Please save Pogba's career. One shout from Starboy Cho from Livramento. You were happy with his performance as well?
Yeah, so happy. It seems looking like a brilliant signing. So.
Yeah, and that's a great result for Southampton today. Surely it gives you a bit of confidence seeing the way that they played going into next week's game.
Yeah, for sure. It was refreshing to see something different.
Lee Judges is off to the Emirates now. Bye, Lee. Up the Chels.
It felt like something different. It felt like a different, performance. It felt like, I kept going on about thinking it was all going to come down, and it didn't somehow. So, yeah, it feels good.
Okay. Well, that's great. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for coming all the way up to see us.
That's all right.
And joining us today. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I had a great time.
Okay,
thank
good.
you. Good.
Soph, not
Thanks
the result.
for having us. Yeah, not the result, but like I say, we're lucky to get that point.
Lucky to get that point.
Roll on next week against Wolves. I think I'll just move on from this one.
Well, if it's anything by the sounds of how Wolves have played today against Spurs, it might be a tough test.
Hopefully everyone plays in that one.
Yeah.
It might be a tough test. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Dom Robbie channel. Make sure you head over to AFTV and watch that live stream, of course, for the Arsenal-Chelsea game. And I will see you guys tomorrow on the weekend roundup with Pippa. And enjoy the rest of your day.